And were you live? Yeah, we're alive.
We're live. And also, SBQR, thank you for the follow.
Yeah, thank you. Tonight, we're just going to be doing some MTG whatevers. We're going to start off with some Highlander and then transition into some Cube.
Yep.
Winston draft.
Yeah, Winston draft some Cube. Maybe do some Battle Box.
Yeah.
Just
maybe.
We've got some
options.
I've got some commander decks that are all about the same power level. We've got options.
We have options.
Small introductions. I'm not normally one of the Kraken crew.
No.
I'm Ada.
But a common reoccurring guest for our MTG.
I hope so.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun for me.
Yeah.
So I hope to be part of this in the future.
Yeah. And always having a judge on call is also just pretty great most of the time.
Yep.
For getting stuff figured out.
Speaking of that, small humble brag, I did get a couple people know about this, but I did get an exemplar for the spring season.
Sweet.
So.
And how does that work?
So basically, exemplar is just the program. It used to be that judges would just get promos just for being judges, and they were like, well, that doesn't really seem good because sometimes people would just like get certified and then not do anything.
Right.
So the exemplar program
not
is
be good judges.
Yeah. So the exemplar program is a way that judges get recognition for doing outstanding things in their area, at their store, at a particular event. Judges can nominate other judges for exemplar recognition, and this is the third one I've gotten. So
Sweet.
It's exciting.
So is that like the only way to get promos now? Or
it's one of the primary ways. The other way is to go through go to conferences.
Okay.
And not everyone has the availability to do that. So in particular, I don't. So
okay. Closest to the letter A wins or gets to choose.
I have these out for?
Because they look nice. But no, okay, yes. Actually, these are pretty awesome. It is the Rock Lobster, the Paper Tiger, and Scissors Lizard.
Yep.
Might move the mic off the table if possible. Is it in shot?
No, but I think it might just be loud.
Oh, no, it's right here. The camera got shifted.
Okay.
We'll hide it. It's still there, isn't it? There. I'm going to go with that.
Okay. Hopefully that works.
So, yeah.
Anyway, we've got the three classic unglued cards.
Yeah.
Rock Lobster, Paper Tiger, Scissors Lizard. We're going to use those to figure out who goes first.
Yeah. Yeah, and as you can lots of thumping. Oh, wait, move mic. Oh, off table. That should be fine. If the audio quality needs to be
let us know
we'll
if
work on it. Yeah, obviously Chris isn't here micromanaging all of this, and he's probably going out of his mind right now.
Yeah, it is just the two of us, which is why it's going to be kind of a variety show of sorts. It's
spur of the moment.
And unfortunately, because it's just the two of us, that means we're not going to have someone on casually off screen showing card names and things like that. So we're going to do our best to name the cards we're playing.
Do the best we can. Very talk a lot about what's happening with the game state because we also don't have a table friend that does that.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's good enough. I wanted to pick that one. I win.
Rock beats scissors. You have the right to choose.
I will be on the play, and while we do have our names underneath our lists, what are you on, Ada?
I'm on Teamer Blitz. I'm on a red, blue, green deck that's really trying to kill my opponent as quickly as possible and with as minimal interaction as possible. Not quite a combo deck. It's still using creatures and basically combat tricks like Giant Growth to get there, but it takes advantage of the fact that Canadian Highlander is 20 life and things like Double Strike and Giant Growth in conjunction with each other.
Combat tricks deck.
Pretty much. Also just efficient creatures that can get power off of spells like Prowess creatures and Thing in the Ice and stuff like that.
Neat. I am on Abzan Hate Bears. So red, green, black, and it is a core white deck that uses creatures that are really annoying. There are a lot of white creatures that like to say, no, you can't do that. Or I need you to pay more for that. Or it's to tax my opponent's resources while jamming in that have efficient bodies And then the red and green it's bringing a little bit white-green for very efficient creatures, white-black for efficient and kind of universal removal.
Vindicate.
Yeah, Vindicate, Anguished Unmaking, stuff like that. It's not running much green-black. So like I said, it's a very core white deck.
And I will note that in my deck, it is not quite...
yeah, Goyf. I don't know if your deck has a Goyf, but Goyf... Yeah,
it has a proxy Goyf in it. I was about to mention that. My deck has, I think, about 7-ish proxies of cards that I'm still either going to be acquiring or getting for the borrowing cards, things like that for the next Highlander event we're going to have here in Marietta.
Yeah, like this deck, my deck usually has 2 proxies, but luckily Ada had the 2 cards that she has sent me. Oh, I have not. Let's do that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hopefully I'll avoid some embarrassment and you won't see those cards, but they are very good cards. So.
I'm going to keep this hand. It's a little bit risky, but I think it'll work out. So yeah, I'm keeping my 7. Hey, bits from Iser Guy. Yeah.
Alright, I'm keeping my 7 as well.
Yeah. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to open up with is an Arid Mesa. And I'm just gonna go ahead and pop it and go get my black-white Shockland. And that will put me at 19.
That will
and it's gonna come into play tapped, and then I'm passing.
Okay. I was about to say, that should put you at 17. Alright, untap, upkeep, draw.
I agree.
I will play a Windswept Heath, and then I will pass it back to you.
You couldn't take him just a little bit more time? No. Let's see if I can find my thing faster now.
Would you like to help me search? Would you like me to help you search?
Nah, it's fine. It's always in the second half. I should have started there. It's going to be on top of my library. And no, I am not tutoring for a land that I forgot was in my hand. Oh yeah, I forgot I had the black-white filter land. Things... There we are. A Godless Shrine. That's what I was thinking of.
No, unfortunately, he is not a scrub because he is not playing a scrub.
I'm contemplating it. I got to go on a bit of a vacation last weekend with family. They took us to Biloxi where we got to do some gambling. And if I wanted to buy a scrub land, I currently could afford one. Okay. I think instead I'm going to get a Cintiq, which is a fancy drawing monitor, basically.
Yeah. All right.
Off for the cut.
It's definitely it definitely depends on what you're going to get more value.
All my lands are scrubland. Yeah, I mean, and believe it or not, also like scrubland is actually the one duel I want to get because I'm a scrub. Also, if I'm gonna be playing it, I'm gonna be playing it in Canadian Highlander, and I think actually for Canadian Highlander, black-white is very much my jam, just because I love hate bears.
I believe that.
Neat. I don't think Ada can kill me on turn 2. So I'm going to tap. Oh, I'm sorry. I played Reflecting Pool. Reflecting Pool can tap for 1 mana of any color lands I control could produce. So right now I have white and black, so this taps for white and black. I'm going to tap for double white because why not? And I'm going to cast Umezawa's Jite.
That puts a little bit of pressure on me.
It does. I thought so.
At the end of your turn, I'm going to crack this Windswept Heath.
Sure.
For 19.
I am passing it along.
And I am going to...
Yes. And while you're searching...
get my expensive lands, because I have the expensive lands.
Me. But, okay, so what does a Jite do, you might ask?
It does everything.
Buckle up! So it was a 2-mana artifact, and it's an equipment. It equips to a creature for 2. Whenever an equipped creature deals combat damage, not to a player, to a creature, just deals combat damage, attacking or blocking, it gets, the Jite gets 2 charge counters. I can remove a charge counter and choose one.
TV's very own, my lands are not Black Border duels. My lands are white border duels in black border perfect fits because I like to pretend I have more money than I actually do.
Whereas I'm the kind of person
you'll see.
Yeah, whereas I'm the person that wants to order 100 perfect fit white borders so I can white border my entire deck.
Would you like to
for
cover deck?
maximum degrees of tilt. Not box the deck.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
But yeah, so the Jite, it gets 2 counters when I deal damage with it, and I can remove a counter to give the equipped creature +2/+2. I can remove a counter to give target creature -1/-1, or I can just remove a counter to gain 2 life. It is a Swiss Army knife of doom.
Still on your end step, I'm going to cast this Brainstorm and draw 3 cards. Put 2 cards from my hand
goody.
on top of my library.
Lucky me. I think you brainstormed wrong.
Probably. We're going to put back...
Yeah, and we are both at 19 because we have both
Yes,
fetched.
we are both fetched. I'm going to put back these 2 cards.
Stop trying to make fetch. I want to actually make a deck that runs every effect that specifically hurts fetch lands. Name of the deck: Stop trying to make fetch a thing. It's never going to be a thing. Oh, it's going to be awful.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
It would be the worst, but it would be funny.
I'm going to play a Cascade Bluffs. It's a blue-red filter land.
Neat.
I'm going to go ahead and...
What's that name? I can't read the green from here.
Mint Chalk Dublin?
Oh, okay, yeah. We are playing Canadian Highlander. To make it the short version, that is 100 card, 1v1, vintage.
20 life.
With 20 life. That's
and Singleton, so...
Yeah.
Its closest analog is Dual Commander, but I don't really like that because...
Yeah, because there's no commander.
Because, there's no commander, life. There's 40 life, or 20
no
life
color
instead
restrictions. Of 40. It's a very... Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
there we go. Canlander.
Yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Love
I'm going to filter with my Cascade Bluffs into blue and red.
Sweet.
I'm going to cast this Korean Faithless Looting.
Okay.
I'm going to draw 2 cards.
So wait, you have what floating?
I filtered into a blue and a red, so I have a blue floating.
Got it. Blue mana floating, because Faithless Looting, draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards?
Discard 2 cards. I'm going to discard a Vines of Vastwood. That's not where this goes. This is an Eternal format.
Oh, right. I'm sorry. Graveyard matters.
Graveyard order does matter. I'm also going to... I'm going to discard Vines of Vastwood and... Mental Note?
I'm leaning way too far.
And then I'm going to cast...
I gotta stay right here-ish.
And then I'm going to cast Careful Study and just do the same thing again. I'm going to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards.
Doing some hot nothing over there.
Doing a whole lot of nothing. I'm going to discard... Now this is hard. I'm going to discard Abbot of Carroll Keep and Vapor Snag and hope this doesn't come back to bite me.
Bold plays, because that's
then I will pass the turn.
That's a bit of gas she's got going on in there, and
Cradlehoof and Simic Seinfeld Miracle Grow.
Oh, that sounds hot.
That sounds fun.
That does sound. Manadork's counterspells hoof. You don't have any way to tutor for hoof. You're just controlling the game until you naturally draw hoof.
No natural order?
Nah, that's points. That sounds like doing something. I pass. We're fine. We're fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
Draw. Alright, I'm going to play one of these proxy cards.
Oh, 2 separate decks. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cradlehoof and Simic Seinfeld Miracle Grow. I actually, one of the first decks I wanted to build was Miracle Grow.
That's kind of what this is. It's kind of an evolved version of Miracle Grow.
Yeah, it's. I think it. Yeah.
I'm gonna play this.
Instead of interacting.
Colorless. I'm gonna play this Tarmogoyf. That's totally a Tarmogoyf and not a Loam Larva that I've written over in Sharpie that says Tarmogoyf.
Nope, that's definitely a Tormergoyf.
Okay.
How big is this Goyf?
I have an instant, a sorcery, a creature, and a land in my graveyard.
So it's a 4/5? Neat.
Go ahead.
Do you have Force of Will?
I do not.
Cool.
It's a dead Tarmogoyf.
But I cast Down, destroy target non-legendary creature.
Tarmogoyf is certainly not legendary. Go ahead.
Never didn't have it. I finally drew my third land with a forest, and then we're throwing down what I like to call the bane of fun. It is Eidolon of Rhetoric. It is a 1/4 enchantment creature that says each player can't cast more than one spell per turn. Ada, how many spells do you like casting per turn?
Usually about 5 when I try and kill you from 20 to 0 in one turn.
Cool. Pass. Ooh, I like that word. Miracle Gruel.
Nice.
I like that. That was
Up to
actually
draw.
literally the first Canlander deck I brewed a list for. I think it would have been okay. I might go into it eventually, but I'm just having way too much fun with Hate Bears. Because Eidolon of Rhetoric is no joke, best card in the deck, I think.
Go.
Untap.
This is really awkward for me because I'm playing this list that has 30 lands in it, and I'm not drawing a third land.
Combat. Nug you for 1.
No blocks. Go to 18.
Got there.
Glad you didn't equip the GT first.
Nah, why would we equip the GT when we can cast Shalai, Voice of Plenty?
I'm going to respond to that.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm going to cast Remand.
Okay.
Return it to your hand. Well, counter it
Yep.
if I do return it to your hand.
Yep. Countered.
I'll draw a card.
Back to my hand. You draw a card. Pass.
Untap.
Mhm.
Upkeep. Draw. Hey, look, I got a third land too.
Neat.
Hey, look, it's a Managorger Hydra.
Go away, George.
George is fine. Don't worry about him.
Is it my
He's
turn?
here to party. Go ahead.
Interesting. Just playing the Ash Barons.
Yeah. Seems fine. You've got all your mana fixing.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, go away, George.
Yeah,
cast-
that resolves.
Yeah, cast Anguished Unmaking, exile target non-land permanent, but I lose
George is
3
gone.
life.
You lose 3 life.
Ada, you missed a trigger, so
Yeah.
no,
Right.
no, it's
That does happen.
Yep, we'll let it slide this time, but yeah, equip the GT.
You got
Eidolon, take up the GT. Eidolon, swing with the GT.
I take 1. Go to
We'll
17.
get these nice, hopefully legible pips.
Excuse you, those are on the GT, not on the Eidolon.
Fair point.
If you're gonna nitpick me about,
Oh, yeah.
my missing a
I'm gonna
trigger.
go with that one. That one might be more
Yeah,
legible.
that's probably more legible.
Yeah. Because right now, I honestly think pips are probably more legible than numbers
Yeah.
right now. But yes. And pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw.
For those keeping score at home, I am at 16 and Ada is at 17.
I'm gonna tap this tropical island.
Yeah.
Yeah, George getting big is scary. In this deck, you actually don't need him to get more than about 4 counters on him.
Mm-mm. Nah.
But,
yeah.
I'm gonna put Hooting Mandrills on the stack, and I'm gonna delve a bunch of stuff.
Ooh, what are we delving?
Remand, Tarmogoyf,
Mhm.
so we can get these ugly proxies out of my graveyard. Land, and I need 2 more. I'll do Careful Study and Vapor Snag.
Here, touch my laptop. I don't know why it's falling asleep. I think I have a way to make it stop doing that, but we'll see.
Pips are good.
Pips
Okay.
are good. Awesome. Thank you.
So I've got a
Guy.
4/4.
Neat. My turn?
Yep.
With your 1 spell per turn. Oh, I
That
tapped
is my
the-
1 spell. That
I
is my
did.
1 spell per turn.
Now it's my turn for 1 spell per turn.
It could also be my turn for 1 spell per turn.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking we're gonna run it back. 4 mana to cast Shalai, Voice of Plenty.
I have a response.
Okay. Because we didn't get a chance last time, Shalai, Voice of Plenty is a 4 mana 3/4 flying angel. And she says, Planeswalkers, other creatures, and you that you control gain hexproof.
Yep.
And she also has another ability where it's pay 6 mana to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. So what are you responding with?
I'm going to respond with the ice mode of Fire and Ice to tap your Eidolon to keep you from getting more GT counters.
That sounds legit.
And I'm going to draw a card from Fire Nice.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna pass because I can't attack, and I only get one. I also only get one spell per turn.
All right, untap, draw. I really wish I didn't only have one spell per turn right now.
I bet you do. Yeah, I only had 2 lands, the fetch and the reflecting pool.
Yep.
But it had Eidolon and Jite, and I'm like, I can't
No,
toss
that
back.
makes sense.
Yeah, I think I had, so when I fetched though, I was thinking, do I get white black or do I get white green? And I think I made the correct choice because it let me cast down.
Yeah.
Which was also in my hands, but but there were reasons to go get green, and it worked out.
This is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Eidolon's such a beating against this deck.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna cast Assault Strobe targeting Hooting Mandrills. They're gonna have double strike this turn.
Neat.
I'm gonna attack you for 8. Yep. Toad's Symmetrical, very fair magic card, just like Balance and Upheaval and Armageddon.
I think I'm going to remove the counters, a counter to give it -1/-1.
Sure.
Remove a counter to give it -1/-1.
Okay.
And then declare no blockers.
You'll take 4.
Yeah. I think fogging half the damage is, but not then trading with a creature is worth. So we'll, take
Go
4.
ahead.
Okay.
I cannot activate any. I cannot cast any more spells.
Tap the Jite, untap my forest, Trash Baron's Godless Shrine. And
So you're at 12 and I'm at 17.
Correct.
The Jite
Ooh. Interesting.
presents such a big problem, though.
Hey, Ada.
Please no.
Show me your secrets. Tide Hollow Sculler is what I am casting. And it says, when it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals his or her hand, and you choose a non-land card from it. Exile it. When
I've
this
got
leaves the battlefield...
a Giant Growth, Stubborn Denial, Weed Dragonauts,
Oh.
a Titan Strength, and a Recall.
Oh!
That's totally an Ancestral Recall and not a comparative analysis.
Not at all. I definitely see Ancestral Recard written on that card. Toad Symmetrical, fair magic. Let's see here. Oh, gosh. I'm at 12.
Mm-hmm.
And
I mean, you know I can't kill you.
yeah. So I think we're going to get rid of the Ancestral Recall because that lets you dig for answers.
Sure. Oops, I'm at 17 still.
Yeah.
All right. I have these cards that you know about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's more or less confusing to put them down here.
Yeah, because Ancestral Recall is an instant, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I'm a little surprised you didn't cast it in response. But I guess we'll find out.
I probably should have.
Yeah, or
I don't.
counter
I
it.
think I was thinking. Well, I can't counter it with Stubborn Denial because it's non-creature spell.
Oh, okay.
If I could have countered it, I would have. I
Yeah.
think my brain was thinking, hold up, let him take the recall to counter a kill spell, but I can't do that anyway because I can't. Like, you can't cast another a kill spell this turn anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to swing with the team for 4. And
because I forget this card is symmetrical. Yeah, I will take 4, and you will get 2 more counters on that Jite. I'm at 13.
And then I'm going to go see what the dog is barking at real quick.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, F6.
All right, I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. I'm playing a Badlands, Philip.
Oh, okay. Rosie, stop. Where is I'm shutting the door. Okay. There we go.
Everything okay with the dog?
Yeah, no, she's fine. She's just barking at someone walking down the street, probably.
Lots of people doing that 4th of July parade, right? Or not parade, but barbecue
Yeah.
thing right down the street.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm going to go combat with my Hooting Mandrills.
What do you have in hand again?
I have Titan Strength, Weed Dragonaut, Stubborn Denial, and Giant Growth.
I'm going to declare no blockers.
I'm going to Titan Strength it.
That'll put it up to 7. Actually, it's better to just gain 4 life.
Sure, you gain 4 life.
I think that was... I think it prevented, the same amount of damage last time I did this. I'm up to 16.
You're up to 16. I'm scrying 1 here. I'll leave that on top.
Okay.
And then you'll take 7 and go to 9.
I go to 9.
Yeah, people daring to walk down the street.
Yeah.
How dare they do so when there's a dog in this house?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Maybe I should bring her downstairs and then she wouldn't bark. Maybe. Probably wouldn't. And neat. I think we're going to start with a Sun Petal Grove.
Okay.
And...
the threat of activation on Shalai is pretty real right now, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I just declare attackers.
No blocks.
And I think I just pump the team before damage.
Yep.
To put...
So that's...
trigger.
So, well, first of all,
yeah.
I'm taking 2, 6, 9 damage. I go to 4.
2 more triggers on the Jite.
Yep.
Pass.
Untap. Draw.
Mm-hmm. Let's see.
I don't think I can kill you. I have to do basically, what, 13 damage?
Yes.
Nope, I can't get there.
Okay. There's your Ancestral Recall. Definitely an Ancestral Recall.
Yep.
And we go to game 2.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty... I think Eidolon of Rhetoric is just...
No, I think
the
that's the correct
best.
call. In every game, in every match we've played...
That I resolved it.
Yeah, every game we've played in which you've resolved Eidolon of Rhetoric, I haven't won.
Yeah.
And without it, I'm pretty favored.
Yes,
but
definitely.
With it, like, as soon as that card hits your hand,
mm-hmm.
It's hard for me to remove because I'm playing 3 damage removal spells. You're obviously not going to block with it unless you absolutely have to, and it's just backbreaking. Like,
yeah, especially on all, especially with, because your deck is basically creatures with prowess, or basically the equivalent thereof, pump spells and cantrips.
Yeah,
like that is the core of your deck, and all of those things usually involve wanting to cast more than 1 spell per turn.
Yeah, especially the prowess stuff. Like, even though being able to, I don't think it would have mattered there because I couldn't have brought you down to 0 because of the Jite anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like, both of those cards together, present such a huge threat.
Yeah, the cards were just really good.
Honestly, I think the Jite did more for you in that matchup than the Eidolon did, but...
Possibly,
It basically gained you somewhere on the order of 12 life.
Yeah, it gained me 12 life.
Which is, in a deck that's designed to, as quickly as possible, deal exactly 20.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty rough.
Right.
Maybe it was the misplay not playing the recall in response to the thing. I don't know. Basically, even if I draw you take my best card off of recall.
I think you do. I feel like you do because,
yeah, I think it was.
This is a pretty creature-heavy deck, so that that counterspell in your hand isn't super relevant. Even if I did have a removal spell, you would still have the Wee Dragonauts.
Yeah.
And then you had the pump spells.
Yeah.
Which, I can take one of those, but in the scenario where you're currently only able to play 1 per turn anyway.
Exactly.
So I definitely think you recall. Yeah, it lets me
see more cards, but
maybe like, but then
again, my line of thinking was
it's a hard line. I think.
It was definitely. I think it was a misplay just on the understanding of, from my point of view. Like I said, I was trying to play around a removal spell that you couldn't have cast that turn because of your Eidolon.
Yeah, I'm definitely mulliganing this. Like, it has a one or two cards I would actually like to keep. I think I found another card that might. I don't think it's obviously it's not as hard of a shutout against you as Eidolon of Rhetoric, but it's a card I forgot I had in my deck and is, I think, still actually quite good against you.
Okay.
So I would have liked to kept it, but one land, and no, this deck cannot keep a one land hand.
I'm keeping mine.
Okay.
It's
when you keep a 7-land hand, that's usually very bad for me. That usually
7 card.
Yeah, a 7-card hand. Yeah.
If I keep a 7-land hand against you, something has gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, a 7-land hand. Just because, like sometimes that deck can kill you with 4 spells.
Yeah.
And that's... I definitely actually considered the Wee Dragonauts just because they're actually really bursty.
Yeah.
But I think the Ancestral was the correct call.
The problem with bursty is... do you play the...
The one I'm aware of is a 3-1.
Yeah,
and
Spirit of the Labyrinth.
Spirit of the Labyrinth? I can't remember if it's in this deck. I may have ended up cutting it because I think I feel like at least in the meta that we were in, it didn't have that much of an effect. Yeah, it was very aggressive
I think it's worth
creature.
Playing again now because of the number of Blue Moon players.
Yeah, there's
like
2. Yeah,
players.
We have 2 Blue Moon players. We have your deck, which has a lot of cantrips.
We have a
Grixis control deck. I definitely think it's actually now much better in the meta after the shift. But we'll have to see. So yeah, I'm going to my first 6.
Mm-hmm.
This is probably wrong, but I'm going to keep.
Wooded Foothills, go. Red-green fetch.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Turn 1 fetch land.
Forest pass.
At the end of your turn, I'll crack this fetch and go to 19.
Okay.
I'm going to get a card I don't think I've ever fetched for before in this deck.
Not that one. Not that one.
Stomping Ground.
Oh, wow, yeah. I don't think I've ever seen you fetch for that.
I've had it naturally, but I've never fetched for it.
And the fact that you are choosing to fetch for that first, what does that put in your hand? It means you have, probably means, my guess, I'm guessing, A, you probably have one of the cards that you would normally fetch for first, which is usually Volcanic Island or Tropical Island in your hand.
Okay.
And I'm guessing it means you have a red prowess creature and green pump spells is what I think that represents.
You're pretty close. The lands are not in my hand, but you're pretty close.
Yeah.
I do have a blue source in my hand.
What does the turn 1 forest tell you?
Not much. It means you don't have Avacyn's Pilgrim in your deck. I'm going to play a
Or in my hand.
Yeah, well, yeah, in your hand.
Yeah. It means I don't have one of the turn 1 mana.
Simic Charm, say go.
You mean Taiga?
Tundra. I'm looking at the Simic Charm in my
Writes
hand.
down Simic Charm.
Oh.
No, seriously, where's the Sharpie? I want to write Simic Charm on this map permanently while Chris is here. They always have a Simic Charm.
Always have a Simic Charm.
Okay, I'm going to throw down Sun Petal Grove. I've done that.
Future Pro Tour champion here.
I've done that. I think I have a land right here, and I throw down the Selfless Spirit.
Okay.
But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna cast Selfless Spirit.
Yep.
It is a 2/1 flying creature, and I can sacrifice it to give all of my creatures indestructible until
I think you're about to sacrifice it. I'm going to cast Fire Ice on Fire Mode, deal 1 to it and 1 to you.
I sacrifice it, because if I sacrifice it, I prevent the 1 damage, right?
Not to you.
Oh, okay. I'm still going to do it to send a message.
Take 1.
I go to 19?
Yep.
My turn? Oh, no, that was at the end of my turn.
Untap. Draw.
I forgot that card was an instant.
And I have not drawn my 3rd land. Go.
Mm-hmm.
I kept a iffy hand. I shouldn't rely on this deck drawing lands because it only plays 30. The equivalent of an 18 land deck and 60 card.
City of Brass.
Yes, good. Hurt yourself more.
And yeah, this is one of the reasons I thought it was an iffy hand. This was I kept a hand with this in it, and this is like playing this against you is like playing this against a mono red player, aka Abby. It's not good for me. And I'm thinking Chad of Chads.
Mode? Or sure, he resolves. What's your which mode?
Well, let's see. I could +1 him, and until end of turn, then prevent all damage target permanent would deal. I could turn him into a 4/4 human, but he wouldn't have haste, or I could get an emblem. Honestly, how many cards in hand? I think 5?
6.
6? You know what? I'm going to be bold and guess that you don't have the lightning bolt in hand, and I'm going to make an emblem.
Okay.
So, as long as I have Chad, I can't lose.
That is correct.
I would like to end my turn.
Bolt Chad.
I should have known better. I should have known. Like, I could hear it in your voice, but I had already made the decision. So I'm just gonna...
You have that emblem's still there.
I don't have any other Chad. Oh, well, no, that's not true. I technically have one other Chad in the deck.
Zendikar, I'm guessing?
Nah. Baby Chad. I have Champion who can flip into Chad. Right. I have Chad in potential. I'm done. Right, that was my instep. I have Chad in potential.
Well, I didn't draw a land. I drew a Deep Root Champion.
Uh-oh.
Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's strictly different Quirion Dryad.
Yep.
Go ahead. It's got more relevant types. Merfolk and Shaman are both more relevant types than Dryad.
Mm-hmm. Which is a shame, if you ask me. Let's see here.
TV's very own points out she fetched Stomping Ground.
I'm going to put down Horizon Canopy.
Yep.
Another land that hurts me.
Yep.
Another reason I thought this hand was a sketchy keep.
Yep.
And may, in fact, have been. Yeah. So I'm actually going to go with...
Five cards of them.
I'm going to go with a bold line. I'm going to tap this for black and ping myself for 1.
Sure.
Vindicate, targeting your Stomping Grounds to destroy target permanent. I think a Stone Rain here, because you didn't have your third land.
Yeah.
White is very irrelevant to you in that deck. You're playing it for
I have a basic
domain.
island, yep.
Yeah. And I think that's actually going to do a lot for me. And I'm going to pass.
All right. Untap. Draw.
I don't know if that was correct or not, but I'm willing to see what that line does to you.
I would like to go to combat.
Okay.
1.
I will take the 1. Unless you have...
No.
Okay.
No effects before damage.
Okay.
Go ahead. I fetched for Stomping Ground and he blew it up.
Yup. Forest.
Yep.
And... I'm going to hurt myself again.
To see if you still feel.
Yep. To cast Knight of the Reliquary.
It is a 2/2?
It is a 2/2.
Okay.
And then I'm going to... it's a 2/2. And pass.
Okay.
So yeah, Knight of the Reliquary gets +1/+1 for each land card in my graveyard. I can sacrifice a forest or plains to search my library for a land card and put it onto the battlefield.
During my main phase, I'm going to cast Brainstorm.
In response to Brainstorm, I'm going to hurt myself.
Trigger.
Oh yeah, trigger. With that trigger on the stack, I'm going to hurt myself for 1. I've done more damage to myself than you have, and cast Abrupt Decay. To just, it can't be countered, and destroy target non-land permanent with CMC 3 or less.
Brainstorm resolves?
Yup. Go dig for that land.
I will. I will put...
Is it Simic Charm?
This and this on top.
Oops.
I don't know what you're talking about. I will play a Cascade Bluffs for turn and say go.
Neat. Okay, I'm going to untap. I'm going to play a land. Actually, no. I'm going to pay 1, sacrifice my Horizon Canopy, paying 1 tap, sack it to draw a card.
Yep.
And then I'm going to attack for 3.
I take 3. Go to 16.
And ping myself for 1.
I've done so
to
much
make a
damage
white.
to
Tap for white and a green. To play Hallowed Spirit Keeper. It is a 3/2 with Vigilance.
Yep.
And when it dies, I can make a number of 1/1 flying spirit tokens equal to the number of creature cards in my graveyard. And then I'm going to pass.
I'm going to play an Underground Sea.
Okay.
I'm going to play an Enigma Drake.
Ooh.
It's a 4/4.
It is.
Go ahead.
Interesting. Ping myself.
Yep.
White. Ravages of War.
Spicy. Okay. Oh, that's not good with the Knight of the Reliquary.
Yep. My Right of the Reliquary is I will represent with pips. Currently getting plus
Put it
5
off of the dice.
Oh, yeah.
So we know it's not countered.
Sure.
So it's a 7/7.
Mm-hmm.
So
and your Enigma Drake is 4?
Yep.
Okay.
Sweet white. Suicide white.
And...
this is in the graveyard.
Oh, yes. And turn a 7/7 sideways, and I'm gonna swing with my 3/2 Vigilance.
When it dies, you get a creature. You get a spirit for each creature in your graveyard.
Which is currently... It would be 2, because it counts itself.
Take 10. Go to 6.
Okay. Land for turn.
Yep.
Pass.
Draw. Oh, this card's no good when you don't have lands. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards in hand. No lands. I've had 4 lands blown up this game. That's no good. Go.
The only reason to play white in this format, because you get to blow up lands. I again will at you.
I will block the Knight of the Reliquary.
Okay.
I will take 3 and go to 3.
And I'm going to pass.
Draw. Ha, fool. Play a Taiga.
Uh-oh.
Go.
Overgrown Tomb. Deal 2 to myself.
Sure.
I would like to cast Gerard's Verdict.
I'm going to cast Pact of Negation. Target Gerard's Verdict.
Would for those playing at home, would you like to read the Oracle text of Pact of Negation?
Pact of Negation is a 0-cost blue instant that says counter target spell. And
wow, that sounds really busted, Ada.
At the beginning of your next upkeep, you may pay 3 blue. If you don't, you lose the game. I somehow think I'm not I'm not winning this game anyway, so I'm choosing to cast Pact of Negation here.
Bold. I like it. I like it. Pass.
Untap, upkeep,
Trigger. Oh.
Style counts for a lot in Highlander.
It does. It does. I sometimes think there should be like a panel of 3 people, just with notepads.
Hold it like they hold up the scorecards at the end of a match.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I'm gonna.
Let's see. Okay, he won, but let's see what the judges think.
I think I might switch decks out if you want to keep playing.
Okay. Yeah. Let's. Yeah. I think. Yeah. Let's. Do a little bit more Highlander, and then maybe we'll pull out the cube and
Yeah,
do a Winston draft.
that sounds good.
And a 7 from the Russian judges. Oh, I don't even want to think what Russian Highlander would look like.
Russian Highlander, Jesus. Something special.
You have to wait in line for your government mandated quarter rare or dollar rare.
Oh, please no.
You get 1 per household. Only snow covered basics.
Only still cover basics, all decks mono red.
All decks mono red.
There we go.
I mean, I did have a mono red deck list named Eat the Rich.
You did.
Yeah.
It was your mono red hate bears in Commander before you.
Yep. And then I turned it to white red hate bears with Gisela as the commander. And ran things like Zozu. Mostly it was Blood Moon, Magus of the Moon, Zozu the Punisher, and Price of Progress. Price of Progress. I think that might be my favorite red card. I think that might be my most favorite red card. There are a lot of red cards actually that I really like. I'm a big fan of red. Or a budget limit league. I've contemplated that. The main issue with that is how quickly card prices can shift on a day-to-day basis. That, like, let's say you set a deck limit at, let's just say $100. If you go up to a deck that's $98, literally every hour your deck has a chance of just becoming inviable. Every hour, kind of thing. But definitely, like, the idea of
the idea I've entertained for
Yeah.
that particular style of like budget, like for Commander, is like your deck has to include only cards that you spent X amount on. Like it doesn't matter what you like what they're worth now.
Yeah.
But and it's so it does run on a big honor system, but it's like, you know, oh well, I did pick this up when it was X dollars, and you know,
like
only
my Corsair
$2.
Crew fixes.
Yeah,
Picked
or
them up
whatever.
for 95 cents, and then they jumped up to 12. Or you opened them during a pre-release.
Yeah, or something like that. Like
Yeah,
you open
you
them
pack
during a
them.
pre-release, you.
So I get to play my Nissas. I get. Yeah.
Let me
I
see
don't know.
how
I
many
think
cards
you
this
just
is.
kind of start running into like the gosh, was that a Commodore Hustle when they were getting back into Magic, or was that actually the first? Or was that actually the first one of the first Friday nights? Where it's just we'll do a budget. You can only buy, this many packs. And then this guy luck sacks and gets the two mythic rares the same pack.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
So that's that was one of the.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, yeah. Almost all of Chris's collection is nothing but drafts and pre-releases. He almost never buys singles. It was a Lure Commodore Hustle? Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. because I remember what the first. Yeah, because that wasn't It's Magic, was it?
It's Magic was the one where they got back into, like, was the episodes where they got back into Magic, but
yeah, I just couldn't remember if that was also the episode where they were talking about spinning.
No, that was one of the Friday nights.
Yeah.
All right, hey, I actually own all the cards for this deck.
Neat. What are proxies? We don't do proxies here at Kraken Gaming. No, time for real Magic.
Time for real Magic.
And now...
All right, do you want to adjust my deck name, or do you want to just...
Yeah, I'll go do that real quick.
Okay.
And you can describe what this deck is.
So this deck is Grixis Necrotic Ooze combo.
Oh, that already sounds pretty grody.
It is...
They can still see me in Tech Booth.
Hey, they can still see you at Tech Booth. This is Grixis Necrotic Ooze combo. If I assemble the combo, I'll explain it when it happens, but basically it's a combo that revolves around Necrotic Ooze, which is a 2-black, 4/3 ooze that says it has all activated abilities of all creature cards in all graveyards, as long as it's on the battlefield. And the idea is you get some 2 creatures into your graveyard that, with activated abilities that would be really busted if they were on only 1 creature.
I lose to this deck pretty fast. And it's Grixis?
It's Grixis. I'm splashing green specifically for Jared's Orders and white for Unburial Rites, but it's basically a Grixis deck. Kind of like how in my other deck you saw the Tundra and the Underground Sea and the Plateau. There are lands in there to enable Domain, but it's not really a 5-color deck. This deck is the same way, and honestly I like building decks like this because I have the mana base to do it. So it's less to me about, like... It's more just kind of like I have the cards, so I want to play them. Yeah. It means I lose really hard to Blood Moon, and I'm okay with that.
It's the price you pay.
Yeah, it's the price I pay.
It's the price of progress.
Yes, it's the price of progress, one might say.
Okay.
That was It's Magic. Okay. Because they were being smart about getting back into Magic.
Yeah,
I thought it was a Friday night. I don't know.
It's the very first Friday nights is Magic.
Yeah, it's them attempting to teach Paul how to play, and then Paul is just like, "You guys are useless. I'm reading the rules."
Yeah. Don't trust your friends. Talk to your game store.
Yeah.
Magic.
I have a lot of friends that I hang out with. Like one of my D&D friends who's been my best friend for about half my life, like 15 or 16 years now.
Right.
And every now and then I'll end up going to like Waffle House at 2 a.m. or something with her and like someone else. Sometimes like I think I've been there with you. Craig's been there, but it's been like, some other Magic person, and we end up talking about Magic, and she's just kind of like, you can kind of see her eyes glaze over a little bit.
Okay. Let's bring out the trash waifu sleeves again.
Yeah.
Because for those of you who didn't catch the beginning of the first match, dice are for chumps. And
so we're playing rock, paper, scissors.
Fancy.
Scissors.
Paper tiger. Scissor lizard takes down paper tiger.
With rock lobster conspicuously absent.
Are they all 4/3s?
They are all 4/3s for 4 that say the creatures of the type they're strong against cannot attack or block.
Neat.
Alright, so I will take the play.
Okay.
And I see a combo piece in my opening hand, so that's good. And I see no lands in my opening hand. So
I see a land in my opening hand, but I'm pretty sure you don't keep mono strip mine. Bold. Hope they also kept a 1-land hand and stare at them from across the table.
Oh, not this deck. This deck's actually playing 36.
I forget how many this is playing. I think it's playing 34 or 35. I know it's a bit lower because the curve caps pretty hard at 4.
And you're also hoping to cast like Armageddon.
Yeah, I'm hoping to cast Armageddons. I have some of the really efficient mana dorks. Not the. Would you say Birds of Paradise or Noble Noble Exemplar?
Noble Hierarch?
Noble Hierarch is... Which one would you say is the better mana dork?
It depends on your color combination and what you're doing.
Okay.
In general, if you're green and either white or blue and other things, generally Noble Hierarch is better because of the Exalted.
This is still Canadian Highlander. We'll probably do this match and then shift gears in the cube.
Yeah.
Is what I imagine.
But yeah, I would say as long as you're in 2 of Noble Hierarch's 3 colors, Noble Hierarch is a superior choice. If you're somehow in a weird, like, green, black, red... Like, if you're in Jund, you probably play birds. But, if you're in Teamer, if you're in, like, Bant, especially...
Yeah. Simic.
Yeah, if you're in anything that's, like, even, like...
Okay. Yeah, I would
even
think,
like Naya, I think you want Noble Hierarch.
Right.
Birds is good.
Yeah, mostly what I'm trying to say is I am not playing Noble Hierarch.
Yeah.
And that's just because I cannot afford that card. And I kind of don't want...
We're going to 6.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I will keep this hand.
I am also keeping this hand. Wait, let me look at something. Yes, we are keeping this hand. I was just going to go ahead and do a little bit of sequencing.
I'm going to leave this on the top.
Interesting. I'm going to also leave that on the top.
Polluted Delta.
Cool.
Go.
Wooded Foothills. Cracking Wooded Foothills.
Going to 19.
Going to get... getting Godless Shrine untapped, going to 17, tapping it, and playing Soul Ring.
Mental misstep.
No! Oh! Okay. Fine.
Also,
fine.
you can't get Godless Shrine. So pick a different...
The green-white one.
Green-white Temple Garden. Okay.
Temple Garden.
Thoughts on M19 pre-release? I'm excited. The mythics all look really fun. The mythic creature cycle, except for because the Dragon Queen looks fun. All of the Elder Dragons look hella fun to play.
The Jund one I think is interesting.
The Jund one's the most interesting, especially for my Judge's Tower.
Yeah.
Because not everyone has permanents all the time.
Yeah.
So it's likely that someone's going to screw that
Always
up. But
start
that's
in the
neither
second
here nor
half.
there. But yeah, all of the commanders, all of the legend Elder Dragons are really interesting to look interesting to build
the
around.
mental misstep. That hurt. So the card I'm most excited about, and I'm gonna see if I can remember her name. Ishareth? The Black Necromancer.
Yeah, 1 black 3/3.
1 black for a 3/3 human wizard with death touch.
Yeah, already fine.
Already, that seems fine.
Yep.
When she attacks, you can pay X. If you do... When you do, return target creature card with converted mana cost X and put it onto the battlefield with a corpse counter on it, tapped. I do believe it enters tapped. I don't think it enters tapped in attacking.
Unfair mana ramp versus free counter. Indeed. By the way, for those of you watching, my graveyard is going to be up here for this matchup. It was up here conspicuously before. It's going to be more so for this match because my graveyard order matters. I have a handful of graveyard order matters cards, and my graveyard is very important. I'm very rarely going to have permanents out on the field.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, we got a little bit more room for these. Okay. And you cast Mental Misstep, which you can pay Phyrexian blue.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, that one. I like her a lot.
Isareth the Awakener. That's right.
I like her a lot because what I hear is attack with a 3/3 Death Toucher. which a 3/3 Death Toucher is very different than like the usual 1/2, 1/1, or 2/1 Death Toucher.
Yeah.
Because those are very easy to chump and feel like you got an even trade. 3/3, you're almost always trading up, I feel.
I'd agree with that.
So already, that's awesome. And then, to me, she basically reads, pay 2 or 3 mana, reanimate a Hate Bear.
Yeah,
like
for your deck, yeah.
Yeah, for my deck. For the decks I'm going to be building. And I love that. That just seems like a really great thing. I also especially like that even though the corpse counter doesn't mean anything, the whole point for it is if I reanimate...
Yeah, that's actually something that Isaac just asked.
Yeah,
the corpse counter doesn't mean anything.
It's just there
if you
as a
somehow
reminder.
remove it, it's just there as a reminder. So if you if the counter gets removed, let's say you play that weird vampire that removes all counters from everything.
Right. That doesn't stop it from being exiled.
Correct.
The corpse counter is there, so like, let's say I reanimate a Llanowar Elf for some reason. It has a corpse counter on it. Well, if it ever leaves, it gets exiled. And if Izareth, let's say she died in the combat...
It just reminds you.
Yeah, it just reminds me which one. Or especially if... Because technically, you could play Izareth in... will be able to play Izareth in 60-card formats.
Yep.
So if I reanimate a Llanowar Elf, and I have a Llanowar Elf...
You
need to remember which one's which.
I'm going to play a Looteril Core. It's got Shadow, and when it hits you, I draw a card and discard a card.
Okay.
I'm a dum-dum. I kept that card on top when I scried for a reason, and then I fetched it your end stuff.
Haha! Interesting.
So good at this game. I'm waiting to have like a long...
I'm not gonna lie, you countering that Soul Ring puts a bit of a damper on my plans. I think I'm gonna drop the Forest and throw down a Quarter Paladin.
Okay.
It's a 2 for a 3/1 or a Claw.
Blade.
A Blade. God, why do I think it's a Claw?
Caller of the Sixth Claw is the card it's named after.
Oh, but so why are we calling it a Blade?
Blade of the Sixth Pride.
Right, which is just a more relevant...
No, I don't know why you're calling it a Claw.
I don't know either. So a Blade, aka a 3/1 for 2. Watch North 100 to get that reference. And it has Battle Cry, which says whenever this creature attacks...
Tap Concede, actually.
Did it?
It's Nelson. Is the one
yeah, you're right. It is Nelson. So yeah, it's Tap Concede. Point is, it's a 3/1...
Swift Claw. That might be why you're thinking that. Okay.
Point is, it's a 3/1 for 2. It has Battle Cry. Whenever this creature attacks, other attacking creatures I control get +1 power.
Yep.
And I'm passing.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
Tangents. Yeah, you're right. I think it's James, Cameron, and Nelson, I think. They've been some of the more common people for Tap Concede. I actually love that they've been bringing... Yes. I get 1s and go to
Shadow.
16. Yep. Shadow.
Trigger. I'll draw a card and discard a card.
Yeah, it basically, for all intents and purposes, Shadow basically means this creature can't be blocked and can't block.
Yeah. I'm going to discard Faithless Looting, because that doesn't sound like a bad thing to discard.
No, it doesn't.
Also, my Prowl is active this turn.
Oh, yes, that's true. I kind of want to build the Rogue. Like, I'm sure people have already submitted.
I'm going to play another Thought Courier. See, I made this big spiel about putting my graveyard here because my permanents, I'm not going to have a lot on the battlefield, and then I'm playing all these looters.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it. Like, I feel like you build... It's almost basic. It's just Sultai, your team, or Blitz deck.
Yeah.
And you're just using creatures that are naturally evasive.
Yeah.
Like that and some other stuff. I don't know. Okay. I'm not in trouble, but you're in trouble. Swing with you, Quarter Paladin for
no blocks.
For 3.
Take 3, go to 15.
And we're gonna go with it's your boy and everyone's best friend, Eidolon of Rhetoric.
You got it.
Pass.
Untap. Upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Draw.
And I played a Reflecting Pool.
Well, I'm playing a Wasteland.
Lorwyn block has too many keywords that I don't know how they work. Not untrue.
You would not appreciate my my Judge's Tower then, because I try and put at least one of every keyword in the game, including all those really weird ones that only have one printing from Future Sight in them.
Oh, fuck Future Sight. With that all said, I love Judge's Tower. If we had it, honestly, I'd say we would be doing that after this.
I'm gonna flashback Faithless.
Because even with this camera, you don't need to be able to read the cards. We can barely read the cards. Okay. Oh, so you flashed that back? That was your spell for your turn?
This is my spell for my turn.
Okay.
I'm going to discard Bring to Light. And
Interesting.
And, well, I don't have the green for Bring to Light. And discarding Radiant Flames, because it doesn't kill that.
Nope. That 4 toughness.
And then I'm going to say go.
Oh, yeah, Grandeur.
Oh, I guess I should attack.
Actually,
yeah.
Sure.
Combat.
I get nugged.
You take 1. A trigger. I'll draw a card, then discard a card.
I
saw this card, so I'm going to take care of it in a second.
Yeah, because luckily you shuffled, so you don't know the bottom cards or anything.
Yeah, I don't know where...
This?
Footsteps of the Goryo is the bad Goryo's card.
Wait, what? Okay. What is this bullshit?
Footsteps of the Goryo is...
This is just worse Goryo's Vengeance.
It's worse Goryo's Vengeance, but it can target any creature not necessarily legendary, including, for example, Necrotic Ooze.
Interesting.
And the fact that I'm comboing with Necrotic Ooze means that it doesn't matter that I'm reanimating for a turn without summoning sickness. I get to play all the bad reanimate spells, Philip.
Oh.
You'll notice a specific component.
Oh, yeah, because it doesn't gain haste.
No, it doesn't.
And it's a sorcery.
Yeah, it's a sorcery.
Why?
Why do you think I own a foil of this card? How much do you think that actually cost me?
10 cents!
You're not far off.
Wait,
I think it was like 30.
I was going to say, wait a minute. No, it's in good condition. 30. That card is so bad.
Yep.
It's arcane.
It's arcane.
But that's not
doesn't mean
worth
anything.
it.
Alright, I shuffled my deck because I accidentally flipped over the top card of my library. I saw there was an island.
Yeah, but luckily you popped that fetch after you had scryed.
So I'm going to go ahead and say
yeah. So yeah. Did I cut it?
Would you like to?
Sure.
Okay.
Just go through all the motions.
Grandeur is actually not in my Judge's Tower because it's a singleton tower, so Grandeur doesn't actually mean anything. And also because it's an ability word, so you'd have to spell it out anyway. The ability words don't really mean much.
Beep beep.
Trigger Battlecry.
Triggering Battlecry for a 2/4 and a 3/1.
I'll block here. Before damage.
Sure.
I'll loot. I'll discard this island and manage to be on top still. This thing dies. I'll take 2. Go to 13. I even fetched wrong at the beginning of the game. Not only did I not want to shuffle away the card that was on top of my library, I fetched wrong. How bad at this game am I?
Elves of Deep Shadow. It can tap for a black and it deals 1 damage to me.
It sure does.
Pass.
Untap.
This is taking way too long. I am not killing you fast enough.
It's fine. Go to combat.
I get 1s.
I will loot.
Yep.
I will discard Wake the Dead. Because I don't have double black for it. Black X instant return X creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Sacrifice them at end of turn.
Oh.
Cast this only during combat on an opponent's turn.
But with the combo, you don't care.
Exactly. We're gonna Flame Slash the Eidolon.
Okay.
We're gonna Wasteland your Reflecting Pool.
Float a white.
Sure. Past end step.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, I should have fetched for a black source, because I know how heavily this deck relies on black, and I had the Tundra in my opening hand, but... I'm bad at Magic. That is, in fact...
It is. My local game store did not have the correct one. Upon actually owning one of these now, it's not like the worst. It's better than I thought,
but it's not Evanescence Lady.
It's not. I want it. More importantly, I kind of wish they had reprinted it in M25, where it not up like newer of that art. I love that art. I would love to see a newer update. Basically, I wanted to get Ensnaring bridged.
Yeah.
And with the new border, because I love the new borders.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. I do agree with you though, chat. It is the wrong Elves of Deep Shadow. I'm gonna tap this Elves of Deep Shadow.
Sure.
Ping myself.
Am I getting vindicated?
No, you're getting Thalia, Heretic Cathard.
Awkward.
A little bit.
Okay.
And pass. Yeah.
It's not the card I want to see right now. Go to combat.
I get one.
I'll loot.
Am I about to get looted to death?
No, that's not what's going to happen. I'm going to discard Flesh Writher.
Okay, wait, what does this do?
It's a 3/3 for 2 black that has Transfigure for 1 black, which
is
that weird one of from Future Sight mechanic that's basically transmute, but from the battlefield for creatures.
Yep. Oh, so this actually does remind me, chat, for a fun fact about Ada's Cube. Because it has a lot of weird...
Oh, my Judge's Tower, yeah.
Yeah, her Judge's Tower. Because it has a lot of either weird, sometimes hard to find, sometimes very expensive cards, she does proxy it. And when she does so, she takes away all the reminder text.
They have up-to-date Oracle text, so I'm nice like that.
But no reminder text.
Because I'm mean like that.
when I draw Flesh Writher, it's just a 4-mana 3/3 with Transfigure 3, and I have to remember how Transfigure works.
On my main phase, I'm going to cast Forbidden Alchemy.
Okay.
Look at the top 4 cards in my library.
Yep.
One in my hand.
The fact that she hasn't tutored yet makes me feel pretty good. Because usually, aside from the fetch land, because usually she's tutored at least twice and I'm dead. This is honestly the longest I've lasted against
I had like 3 looters in my hand. I thought I'd be good, and I'm not. I'm going to put. So I'm going to start a new graveyard pile.
I was about to say, because so far
I'm going to put in this order: Gitaxian Probe, Body Snatcher, Body Double into my graveyard.
Interesting.
And I'm going to say
Let's see what the original art for Body Double was.
And then Forbidden Alchemy goes.
I think I like the newer Commander one more.
I'm going to say go.
Okay. I'm going to untap, draw. Oh, good lordy, good news for Philip. Please, ping myself for 1.
Yep.
Please. Force of Will?
No Force of Will.
Okay, I resolved Scoos with an open green source. This helps the Philip.
Fortunately, I have no combo cards in my graveyard. So.
Correct. I would like to announce my intent to fight you and declare 3.
I take 3.
Pass. I am at 11. Ada is at 10.
This is actually a pretty close match.
Yeah, this is the closest it's ever been. You've usually just steamrolled me.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
If I've ever gotten you under 10, it's because you paid like 5 life.
Attack you.
Nothing I can do.
Loot. Put Reanimate in the graveyard.
Okay.
That sucks. Blue, cast Ideas Unbound.
Okay, wait. Draw 3 cards.
I love this combo deck because I get to play all these weird, wonky cards that nobody knows what they do.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw 3 cards now.
The only reason I do is because on Lure Stream I've seen Ben play Grixis Reanimator, and Liam played 10 Fins. Yes, 10 Fins is viable in Highlander.
It's amazing.
It was disgusting. He loves
so this is in my graveyard
hard.
now. Okay. Scrubland in play.
Enters battlefield tapped.
Doesn't enter the battlefield tap. Thank you.
Thalia, so good.
This is my favorite
white. This is my favorite white card.
Move to instep, trigger. Discard 3 cards.
Okay.
Discard.
Shows the madness.
Sulphur Falls. Cephalid Coliseum Damnation.
Ooh, interesting.
Go.
Spicy. I'm going to... What creature is on top of your graveyard?
On top of my graveyard?
Or highest.
Body double.
But what does Body Snatcher do?
When it enters the battlefield, I may discard a card, creature card, if I don't exile it. When it dies, exile it and return a creature card from my graveyard to the battlefield.
I'm going to activate my Scavenging Ooze and get rid of that just because it's...
Body Snatcher.
Body Snatcher because it's complicated and I don't want to have to think or worry about it.
You gain a life.
And
your Scooze gets bigger.
He's going to get swole.
He's going to get very swole. I'm actually concerned about this.
Don't worry about it. Arid Mesa?
Oh, yeah.
I'll let you re-chat while I resolve.
Pop
Arid Mesa.
Through the Breach into Protean Hulk is hilarious. That's actually really amazing, and I'm proud of your friend for introducing you to that. And also, I'm proud of you for misspelling it Through the Beach, because Through the Beach sounds hilarious.
That actually almost sounds like an uncard.
It sounds like an uncard.
I played an Arid Mesa. I sacrificed my Arid Mesa.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get my Godless Shrine.
Sure. Through the Beach. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. It gains haste. Sacrifice it end of turn if you're not playing at the beach.
I was gonna say a shore in your. I was gonna say has shore walk. If your lands have a shoreline on it.
Gains shore walk.
Nice.
Yeah. So you're entering untapped. So you're taking 2 more.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, I think I just if I manage to tutor for something, I think I just get Grizzlebrand and just hit you.
Probably.
Like.
That doesn't sound incorrect. Also, I'm about to hurt myself with Elves of Deep Shadow.
Sweet.
Wait, you're at 10?
I'm at 10. Am I just dead?
Give me a mo. Let me see.
You can't eat enough things. You can't eat 3 things this turn.
I don't think you're dead. I think I'm 1 short. So...
I think you're specifically a green short.
Maybe. I'm 1... Right now, I'm 1... Based on my hand, I'm 1 power short.
Okay.
So... Yeah, I think I'm going to... I'm just going to declare these as attackers, and I'm going to declare 6.
No blocks.
Okay.
Take 6.
Yep.
Go to 4.
And pass.
All right. Untap. Keep. Awkward.
Through the Beach to be a plane chase card.
Oh, so bad. Combat.
Mm-hmm. Ping myself for 1. Doomblade. Because most of your relevant creatures, this can't kill. So I'm gonna stop a loot. And leave up my green mana.
Yeah. I'm debating on how badly I want this loot right now. That happens.
Okay. I destroyed target non-black creature.
You sure did. I'm going to tap for 2 and attempt to go for the Throat Your Screws. Would you like to eat some things in response?
Yes.
Creatures. Looter.
Actually, I think at this point...
Body double, Flesh Writher, Looter. You have 4 legal targets in my graveyard.
I think I get rid of... Reanimate just kills you. So I'm leaving that.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to actually get rid of... Let's get rid of Body Double.
Sure.
And we're going to get rid of...
Wake the Dead, Footsteps.
Um...
Mental Misstep.
What's Wake the Dead again?
Wake the Dead is the instant speed
Right.
reanimate on your combat.
You don't have the mana to activate that, and because
It requires at least black one.
You have 2 mana. Let's get rid of. Let's just keep my life total up, and we're gonna get rid of. Where'd it go? Yeah, that.
Flesh Rider.
Sure. Gain a life and go put this up.
And then that dies.
Yeah.
Go for the throat. And I think I'm just dead anyway, but go.
Yeah, because. Ping myself for 1
Okay.
to cast Elspeth Knight Errant.
I will cast Force of Will.
Okay.
Exiling Gifts Ungiven.
Okay.
Go to 3.
You lose 1.
Yeah.
Attack for 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, I was dead there. So.
Yeah, that's. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that's not how my deck's supposed to work.
No, it's not. So I was 1 short because I had to tap this to cast the Elspeth, and that would have put me 1 power down with this pump, with the Elspeth pump.
I'm not convinced that wastelanding you after you already had your Elves of Deep Shadow was correct, but I don't think it kept me off anything.
It did keep me off, actually off Elspeth. Like
Because of the
my
double
plan, and you countering my Soul Ring. My plan was to turn to an Elspeth.
Okay.
That was my plan.
Okay.
Because that was my opening hand was 3 land, Elves of Deep Shadow. Or no, yeah, I went to 6. My hand was 3 land, Soul Ring, Elves of Deep Shadow, Elspeth.
Oh.
Like, that was my hand.
I'm glad I had Mental Misstep.
Yep.
That's a very fast clock.
Yeah. Because that's how I have, like, I really can't dirtle around you.
No.
Like, I can play around certain effects if I get Skoos or Deathrite Shaman. Which I'm a little sad. Deathrite Shaman got banned, like, a week and a half after I got one.
Yeah.
Oh well, he wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, I know.
He
was
was
like $5.
Yeah, and he hasn't even really dropped.
Nope.
Just because no one's really trying to get rid of them.
Yeah.
And
because it's not like he was a $100 card that people are now like, well, I'm trying to get rid of it.
Yeah.
This is 100 card singleton. It is vintage band list with a special points list. You get 10 points, and your points are basically your busted cards in your deck. So Soul Ring is 3 points. If you're playing Time Walk, that's 6 points because it's a 2 mana take an extra turn.
Yep. Jite is a point because it's stupid.
Yeah. Umezawa's Jite is points because it's dumb. Dig Through Time is points because it's dumb.
Yeah, because it's Ancestral Recall.
All of the really good tutors are dumb and thus pointed. Demonic Tutors 4, Vampirics 3, Mysticals 2.
The creature
Personal Tutors 1. Most of the creature tutors aren't.
The specifically creature tutors I think are no longer points except for natural order.
Well, but that's because it puts Crater Hub directly into play.
Right, and I think actually now Pod is still points, isn't it?
Pod is 3 points.
Pod is 3 points.
Natural Order, Pod, Survival of the Fittest is points.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be on the play. I'll keep this hand.
I can't keep this hand. I want to keep this hand.
Okay.
But the problem is that my only land are Reflecting Pool and Wasteland.
Oh no.
But there's some stuff in here that I would like to keep. But I don't get to.
But yeah, so for reference, in my last deck, my points were 7 for Ancestral Recall, 1 for True Name Nemesis, 1 for Dig Through Time, and 1 for Treasure Cruise.
That sounds right.
And then in this deck, my points are 4 for Demonic Tutor, 3 for Vampiric Tutor, 2 for Gifts Ungiven, and 1 for Dig Through Time.
The points in this list are Strip Mine, which is 2 points, Jite, which is a point, Stoneforge Mystic, which I think is 1 point. No, one of those is 2 points.
Jite is 2.
Jite is 2 points.
Soul Ring is 3.
And Soul Ring, which is 3, which brings me to 8 points. Yeah. I want to pick up Mind Twist.
Mind Twist. Good old Mind Twist.
Yup.
Yeah, building Pod is tricky. Fortunately, with the increase of the number of clones that they've printed and clone-like effects like Phyrexian Metamorph, the new one, what is it, Mirror Image in Core Set 19.
Yep.
All of the cards that untap permanents. There's a lot of different pod changes.
Honestly, the biggest addition it got was, believe it or not, was Felidar Sovereign.
Yeah,
because it allowed Felidar Guardian. Because that allowed it to... It gave you a way to flicker...
The pod itself. The pod itself.
Not only that, but also Karmic Guide. Because before you used Resto Angel, but that couldn't flicker... Yeah. That can't flicker Karmic Guide. So it actually gave it a new line. Yeah. So 4-color, no black pod is actually an incredibly competitive deck. You get to run all the good creature tutors that you normally don't run. You're basically just a toolbox deck. You get to play everything from like Fire Imp and Flame Tongue Kavu to Goblin Farmer. Goblin Farmer?
Goblin Settler.
Goblin Settler.
Goblin Settler, which is a $50 uncommon from Starter 1999.
Black.
You get to play...
Didn't it get reprinted? I thought it got reprinted.
No.
No?
Okay, yeah, it was reprinted in Vintage Masters Online, but that's it.
Okay.
But yeah, you get to play basically a utility toolbox deck that can also just
attack.
Sometimes combo wins, but also just sometimes
against control.
Against control, your tools are also creatures, so you just get to attack anyway. So it's a really well-rounded deck. It's not an all-in combo. Runa says, "Get the Invocation Mind Twist."
I do really like the art. Honestly, if I could afford it, I probably would. Come on. Keep.
Okay. Scry.
I'm going to leave that on top.
Cool. Are you ready?
Yup.
Island. Go.
Oh, I think I'm already losing.
What, did you keep a Wasteland?
Nah. No, I did keep a 1-land hand.
Oh.
Llanowar Wastes.
Okay.
Pinged myself.
19.
Birds of Paradise.
Nice.
Another great thing about this format, at least, it lets you play Gold Border.
Yeah, unsanctioned. It's unsanctioned. For ease of access into the format, we allow Gold Border cards and stuff.
Yeah, so instead of paying thousands of dollars for pieces of the Power 9, you can pay less.
I'm gonna cast a Search for Azcanta.
Okay.
Which I have the real one in this box right here. Right here, it's shiny. Go ahead.
Anyway. Never didn't have it, chat. Let's see here. Oh, what do I do? I feel like...
Don't you dare naturalize my search.
Don't worry about it. I'm going to tap this for a white.
Oh, I thought you were attacking.
Tap for a colorless. Send a message.
Send a message.
I considered it. I'm going to cast Ethersworn Canonist.
Bold.
And then I'm going to play a Woodland Cemetery.
Okay.
Into play tapped.
You got it.
Pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Trigger Search for Azcanta.
Yeah.
Bring the Lights going into the graveyard.
Okay.
I'll draw for turn. What were you saying about never didn't have it?
Don't worry about it.
Cast Demonic Tutor.
Sure. Oh, that's bad.
It's going to be my one spell for turn. Go ahead.
That doesn't help me. So I think the first thing I'm doing... what are you getting?
I don't have to tell you.
I'm going to swing for 2.
I take 2. I'm at 18?
Yep.
I'm getting this card right
here.
Oh,
okay. Good to know. I'm going to tap this for...
Gold Birds of Paradise, just because he probably didn't have one in advance, and it was just the cheapest version.
Exactly that. I didn't have one in advance, and Birds is still like a $10 card.
Yeah.
And I had a gold border that I got off
Yeah.
the cheap from someone.
Foil 7th editions are, I think, 200.
Yeah. Tap this for green,
Yep.
and I'm going to throw out Sylvan Caryatid.
Yep.
And
Sure
then I'm
is a
going to
relevant
tap.
card against me.
Yep, I'm going to throw out this green for a card that is more relevant against you, Dryad Militant.
That is more relevant against me.
Mm-hmm.
Awkward. If you'd like to cut.
And then I'm going to pass the turn. Yeah, it's going to slow that search for Azcanta's roll.
Trigger search.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it on top. Draw.
Yeah. But yeah, oh yeah, I got this Birds of Paradise. So someone back in my freshman year of college was getting rid of some of their magic
You're gonna
cards.
toss for
And
stimulants?
and he was just going to like sell bulk. Because
Okay.
he didn't think he really had anything.
I'm going to deal 2 damage to your Dryad Militant.
Yep. He was just gonna get rid of them. So I saw this. I was like, I'll grab this because I play in a pretty casual group of college people. They would let me play it. But mostly it was that I got a Polluted Delta, this, and a bunch of other stuff for $20.
Yeah.
And it was old school Polluted Delta.
Yeah. Because gold border.
Yep. Swing for 2.
Take 2, go to 14.
4 mana to cast Marin vom Claneltoth.
Sure.
I would like to go to my instep.
You may.
Trigger.
Yeah.
I have this as Dryad Militant as my target.
You sure do.
It's back in my hand.
It is.
So even though this is in German, so what Marin of Claneltoth says is whenever another creature I control dies, I as a player get
search trigger.
go for it. Get an experience counter. At the end of my turn, return target
gonna
creature
pause.
card to the battlefield if its converted mana cost is equal to or less than the number of experience counters I have. Otherwise, put it into my hand. So she regrows a creature or reanimates a creature at the end
I'm
of my
going
turn.
to cast Buried Alive, and I'm going to search for my Flooded Strand while I'm doing that.
Okay.
I'm going to get...
All 3 reanimator pieces.
Maybe. So my card for Flooded Strand is going to be Scrubland.
Volker.
And I'm going to get, in this order, Unburial Rites, Walking Ballista,
Mm-hmm.
and...
Oh, this is bad. I mean, she has the Skoos in hand. I'm pretty sure.
Phyrexian Tower.
Yeah. This is bad. Come on. Daddy needs a Skoos.
Go
Daddy
ahead.
needs a Skoos. And not a Deathrite Shaman. It needs to be a Skoos. My turn.
Yeah, foil. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, foil. Is, anything 7th edition is real stupid expensive.
Oh.
Anything rare, anything playable. Sleight of hand is like $600, and it's a common. Like anything playable from 7th is stupid.
Bugger all.
Not
So
Skoos, I'm noticing. I didn't see a windmill slam. so
green
not Skoos.
for Dryad Militant.
Yep. Notably, does not exile the sorceries in my graveyard currently.
Oh, wait a minute. Not Dryad Militant. I almost forgot about my Ethersworn Canist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah, so actually, I need to pay tap for white, and a colorless
Okay.
for Silverblade Paladin.
Ooh, yep.
I'm going to give it, I would like to soul bond it with Marin, they're BFFs.
They sure are.
I am going to enter the combat and swing 8.
Sure. I take 8. I go to 6.
Pass.
Untap. Or, well, trigger, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Fail.
Untap.
No valid targets.
Upkeep, search trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put ideas on Bound in my graveyard. I'll
Yeah.
transform search for Azcanta.
Mm-hmm. Do you have the Skoos in hand? Am I dead?
I'm going to draw for turn. I'm going to cast Necrotic Ooze.
Okay, that's your one spell for turn?
Yeah, it sure is.
Yep.
So, for those of you who don't know how...
I'm gonna...
is the board in the center frozen?
What? It shouldn't be.
It sure is. That's
Oh, wow,
awkward.
it is, yeah. Let me go fix that real quick.
It's been frozen for a little while, I think.
No, yeah, you're right, it is, because I don't have my... I wonder what happened. Let's try turning it on and off again.
We will get that back on momentarily. So in the interim time, what happened was I cast Necrotic Ooze.
There we go.
Are we back on?
We fixed it. We fixed it,
All right.
everyone. We fixed
so
it.
I've cast Necrotic
Thank you,
Ooze,
chat.
and I've got Phyrexian Devourer and Walking Ballista in my graveyard. Walking Ballista is the one that has one relevant ability here, which is remove a +1/+1 counter from Walking Ballista. It deals 1 damage to any target.
But Necrotic Ooze doesn't have any +1/+1 counters on it, Ada.
Funny you should say that, Philip. Phyrexian Devourer is a 6-mana 1/1 artifact creature because that's the kind of rate you got on creatures back in Alliances.
Yeah, it is.
You know, you got Force of Will as spells, and you got 6-mana 1/1s. Also, if its power is 7 or greater, you sacrifice it.
So I can't even pump it?
Yeah, pretty much. So it says pay 0, remove the top card of your library from the game to put a +X/+X counter on Phyrexian Devourer, where X is that card's casting cost or converted mana cost.
Has this been converted to X +1/+1 counters?
It has. In its Oracle text, it says you put X +1/+1 counters on it, where X is the card's converted mana cost. So I do this and exile this many cards from my library from the game, and put that CMC. Oh, there's a Grizzlebrand, and there's a Necromancy, and there's a Damnation, and an Elvish Norn.
I saw at least Elvish Norn. That's 20. I at least
and a Dig
counted,
Through Time.
I counted 21 at least.
Oopsie, I made a fucky wucky. And so I'm just going to casually exile this part of my library and put about,
wow,
this many counters on my Necrotic Ooze.
Yeah, let's just...
And then I'm going to remove all of these using Walking Ballista and throw them at Philip. There we go. Thanks for losing my dice. I don't know where any of them are now.
I'll find them.
Okay. So that's Necrotic Ooze combo.
For the bit, Ada.
It's fine.
We commit to the bit here.
Apparently.
Yeah.
I was not informed.
That's our, I don't know, second or third motto around here.
We commit to the bit?
Yeah.
Good to know. If I don't get them all back,
I will find them all.
We'll figure it out.
Okay, so that's how I
this
get
deck works.
comboed.
It does have Grizzlebrand, Iona, and Elvish Norn in it, just as kind of Hail Marys against certain decks. Like if I'm against the monocolor deck that's trying to race me real hard, like White Weenie or Mono Red, sometimes my only answer to that is a turn 2 or 3 Iona, and if I don't get that, I just lose.
Yup.
So it's not all in on the combo, but it likes to win with the combo.
It definitely likes to win with the combo. Yeah, so I had Zealous Persecution in my hand.
Yeah?
And I was...
gonna try and pump
If honestly, actually, the Aethersworn Canvas was actually kind of hurting me a little bit.
Yeah, this deck actually prefers to only play about 1, maybe 2 spells a turn. It's not as all in on cantripping into cantrips as...
No, it's not. And because a lot of its loot effects are permanent based.
Yeah, it's got search, it's got the looter creatures.
So yeah.
When it tutors, it tries to tutor big. It tries to tutor for Buried Alive, and then tutor for 3 creatures at once.
Right, and that's why
it casts Gifts Ungiven and gets all 3 creatures of its combo and a Reanimator piece all at once. It's not trying to.
While I go, I think I was gonna change up the overlay and do some stuff.
Okay.
Let's pull out the cube. That is gonna need some shuffling.
Well, I will start working on it.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna go ahead.
And I'm going to put my things away because, as it turns out, my things are in the same color sleeves as your cube.
Yep. So let me find. You know what? Let's just take them all out and shuffle it. We'll care about the Planeswalker packs later. Oh no!
Oh no! Gideon!
I knew you well. I don't think that's probably not fixable.
Probably not.
It got curved underneath the thing. I guess it slid hard or something. It might become
bendy cards.
Yeah, it might become. It might be able to be made sleeve playable. Probably. It's actually bouncing back pretty well, but
it's gonna just be permanently damaged.
Yeah,
That's
it's definitely damaged. It was. I mean, it came out of the arch enemy deck, so it wasn't super
expensive.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's not super expensive to begin with. I can probably pick up another.
Did you
one.
get the? You got the arch enemy box?
Yeah, I got the whole thing, and this sleeve is. No,
do you still have the tokens from that? I'm looking for some tokens. Specifically.
Yeah, I think I do. I think you. Yeah, you wanted the 3/3 horrors, right?
Yeah.
I think I do.
Philip, we don't say that word. There might be kids watching the stream.
So actually, I might be able to make this sleeve playful eventually if I probably compress it under some stuff. Chad, I'm real sorry.
We'll get you sorted out.
Yeah, we'll get you sorted out later. Yeah, just shuffle all that in and we'll make
including
it work.
the planeswalkers, or
Rip. Yeah, just go ahead and shuffle those in.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
And let me. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Let me mess around with some things.
Sure thing.
Get this same.
Hi, chat. How you doing? Hey, check the drive. It's just cheered with 15. Thank you very much for the bits.
Let's go with so rip Gideon. We'll go to getting a new Gids.
Everyone having a good 4th of July, chat? Found hardback cases helping flattening bent cards. Yeah, those are a good solution. Question: How will the Draft Matters cards
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
Sure. I have full faith in our ability to figure it out.
They did some. I remember they had when they did a Chaos Winston draft.
Yeah, Cameron and Kathleen did it, and the only one that came up was the one I'm mostly concerned about is the ones that care about the number of cards you've drafted this pack. Mm-hmm. Because if I draft a Garbage Fire, well, do we count how many cards are in the pile?
I actually think that might be the best way to do it.
The number of cards in the pile?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Honestly, I just think that's the best way to do it.
That's fair. The other ones were if you, reveal the next card you draft from this pack, well, it's just reveal the next card you draft. Or whatever.
Okay, I think that'll be the best way to do that. I thought there was something else I wanted to change, but now I don't actually think there is. I think I was in a mess around with the camera, but honestly, I think that I figured out the best way to improve the camera is just to shift. No, that didn't help. That helped. I'm just trying to be a little bit more in the shot, but that's just not really working. So you just won't worry about it that much.
If you ever are by yourself and you need to shuffle a cube, the way I like to do it is to shuffle. Take it into as many piles as you, as big of a pile as you can. Shuffle by yourself. Mm-hmm. So usually about 100 cards double sleeved, maybe a little bit more single sleeved.
Yeah.
You get that many cards and you shuffle them all together, and then you make the cube into piles about that big, and then you just start halvesing the piles.
If you find an empty sleeve.
I've found at least a couple.
Yeah, I think there are just a couple. Just set
is this going to get boxed? This is going to get boxed.
It's already been boxed. I think it may have started boxed.
No,
to me.
it didn't.
Oh,
you did this, Philip.
I did do this. I don't notice because I don't care.
I know.
No.
But yeah, and then basically you just start taking half of a pile and mix it with half of another pile. And then do that.
Yeah,
that's the base.
Just keep cutting the decks into other decks.
Yeah.
I've done something similar. I usually what I've done is I start with the colors piles, and I'll shuffle 2 colors together. And then after I shuffle them together, I'll then take a color, shuffle one of the colors that gets left out into the multicolor. Then take those piles. And shuffle them together.
Just halves and halves, and then
just
halves
and halves and halves. Yeah, you just kind of keep halvesing it. But yeah, I'm gonna go. And yeah, if you have 2 people, just
constantly trade off halves.
Yeah, just constantly.
It's the
trade
same
halves.
thing, just
Yeah,
just a faster process.
I mean, I don't think we necessarily just made any huge enlightenments on how to shuffle.
Yeah, no, but
cards
maybe,
together,
maybe
but
people haven't done it before. It's just,
It's-
as someone who has 4 going on 5 large box projects, a cube, a battle box, a judge's tower, and
yeah, this is actually already looking pretty good.
yeah, I have a
And-
cube, a judge's tower, a battle box, and one more. I can't remember what it is.
In a lot of ways, the Winston process will shuffle it too because you'll be making the piles,
Yeah.
which helps with the randomization a bit more.
All right. Do we want to just do we want to just pull what 90 cards randomly out of this?
Sure. Yeah. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's 90. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I got a pack.
I got a pack. There's 2 packs. I'm gonna pull a pack out of here.
Let's see, where is this? Let me get a... Okay. Yeah, that can be where the deck sits. Get those sleeves out of the way. Oh, right. Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to go move my car. I'm going to go move my car so Avani doesn't murder me on the stream.
Sure,
And
let's...
void our TOS.
Yes, let's please avoid getting murdered on stream. Hey Chad, it's you and me again. What's up? How are we doing? Everybody good? Like I said, having a good 4th of July. We're gonna try and not have Philip murdered on stream. I think that would be bad for publicity and also probably end up getting both law enforcement and getting the service from Twitch canceled.
Oh, okay. Rosie may or may not also be barking at fireworks.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
There's a pack.
That's a pack. Oh, cool. Are these also packs?
No.
That was the pack.
I didn't know where...
Yeah, that's fine. We got there.
Wait, how
I'll
many
double
packs
check.
are there?
Three.
Here's 4.
4.
Because it's a cube, do you want to do Battle Bond style, where it's just...
Oh.
Where it's 4 instead of 6? Or would that be awkward with just 2 people?
I think it might be awkward with just 2 people.
That's fair.
Okay, wait. Those are the packs.
These are the packs?
Those are the packs. They were
Okay.
sitting on the yellow line.
On the yellow line is packs. We'll each get 1 more pack. Sound good?
Pack. So that's 5 packs?
6 packs.
Okay, I'm not going to look at these so I don't know what's not in the pile. Okay. There.
Alright.
So.
Skyrim is just glitching out hell out. I was asking how everybody's doing on the
Oh, okay. Okay, so for those of you who don't know how to Winston draft, you start with a number of packs per person, not looked at, shuffled up, smashed together, like we have right here.
Yep. Bunch of random cards.
You then start with 3 piles.
Oh, we need to determine who goes first.
Sure. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Or actually, I find it works better if you work towards the deck. 2 doesn't need to change.
Sure.
Yeah. So the way it works is
This is a loose.
yeah, we'll determine who goes first, and that person can show. Paper tiger.
Scissors.
Boo. Okay,
Scissors
so Ada
beats
goes
the-
first.
So I'll go first. So the way this works is, I look at door number 1. I decide if I want this card.
Yeah.
If I don't want this card, I put it back and we put a card from the stack on top of it. Boop. And then I go to pile number 2. Repeat the process for pile number 2, and then pile number 3. If I don't take any of the 3 piles...
All the doors are crap.
If all the doors are crap, I get a random card from the top.
Yep. And the cards you keep, that's your sealed pool. Or limited pool.
And this is interesting, but I don't think I want it right now, so I'm going to put it back.
Yeah.
Same with that.
Okay.
Put that back as well. Nothing's jumping out at me. Like, these are all solid cards, but I think I'm just going to wait for signals and see...
Okay, and give you an idea.
Oh.
This is my cube. This is just what I call 5-color rare binder. It is just kind of good value-y card. There are a decent amount of synergies in it, but nothing like super focused in any particular color combination.
It's not like, oh, Philip's going blue-red, he must be playing Storm. Nothing like that.
Now, obviously, but there are like enough blue-red cards to make like a blue-red prowessy spell matters deck kind of deal. Okay, so I'm gonna look behind door number 1. And, okay, that was there.
Generally, we like to leave the cards in order so that we know what the other person saw and did not take.
Correct. Also, we're going to ignore stars.
Okay.
I think that's interesting. And I can see why you didn't pick the first card.
Yeah. The first card was a Burning Tree Emissary,
Okay.
since we don't have, like, a draft look.
I'm going to take this.
Interesting.
And
okay, so we need to put a card here.
Oh, yes.
And we put a card here. So now I look, and now I'll see the card that Philip and I both know, which is the Burning Tree Emissary.
Yep. Maybe, actually, do we want to do that because we don't have draft cameras?
The second card, which he saw earlier and that I didn't know about because it was the card that was put on top after I chose not to take the Burning Tree Emissary, which is a Tormented Soul, and now this third card.
Which I don't know.
That Philip doesn't know, and I know.
So, and the card I know... And Ada knows I took from the middle was Firebrand Archer.
Yep.
It is 2 mana for a 2/1, and it says whenever I cast a non-creature spell, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. That's an okay card, but it's a pretty good card, but it has a very particular niche.
Yeah. And so I'm feeling like whatever you took either also fills that niche or is so good. That it didn't matter what card got paired with it. I'm not going to take this pile.
Interesting.
I don't think the Tormented Soul is good enough to...
No, not... That performs a particular role in the cube draft.
Yeah.
That we are just not prepared to enforce right now.
I'm going to take this card that you don't know about.
Ooh. What was the card I knew? Oh, I don't know what it is. It's the mystery door of no one knows. And so, at least in my experience with Winston Cube, I think it's very interesting is eventually a pack will just have a critical number of cards.
Yes, and eventually it'll get to the point where it's like, I don't want these 9th and... Like, normally I wouldn't take these 9th and 10th picks out of a draft, but there's so many of them that I will end up playing some of them, and so it's worth it at that point.
Okay.
So,
interesting.
Again, Burning Tree Emissary known, Tormented Soul known. He now knows about the Elfheim Druid.
Which is interesting.
Which is a 0/2 for 2 that taps for green or taps for double green for kicked spells.
Yep.
And a 4th card that I don't know about.
Right. And I'm going to take it.
That sends me a very strong signal that I think Philip's in red-green.
And now we replace it.
So, I'm going to look at this card.
Unless the card I took here it could be green, and I'm just going all in on that mono green. But we don't. Yeah, you don't know. There's a lot of guesswork.
There is a lot of guesswork.
And I guess we're about to find out how well we shuffled the cube as well.
Yeah, also, because there's at least one color I haven't seen in the...
I have a black card. And we know how memey I am. Maybe I'm just going to judge you out.
Maybe. I don't think this card's very good right now, so I'm going to put it back. I'm going to look at this middle door. That's a fine card, but it's not worth taking on its own.
No, a card usually has to be pretty spicy or pretty on brand to grab as a single pick.
Because Phillips kept taking from 1 and 2, only I know about this card. So I actually only know about these 2.
Yeah. Yeah, and actually, I guess because I guess you can technically see the monitor behind me. We could flash them up to the camera, but
Yeah,
that's
maybe,
whatever.
But
Yeah.
I don't think these are worth
don't
taking
know.
right now. I'm going to.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? I like the card in the box.
Okay, fun box. Oh, fun box. Small and square and dark. Now, I don't know about either of these cards.
Correct. Now we both know about the first one.
Oh, that is an interesting card, and I'm gonna leave it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you don't know what either of these are.
I know what the negate is.
Okay, good. I was like, crap, did I just flip them? Okay, I'm gonna leave it, because
Okay.
the card on top, it'll be an interesting thing that happens when someone picks it, and you'll see why.
Is it garbage fire?
It's not garbage fire. It is not garbage fire. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the, wait.
So on this
Wait,
pack,
first,
we both
didn't
know
put a
that there's
card.
a negate here, and he knows the second card. No one knows the third card. In this pile, we both know that there's a Sandstep Citadel.
Mm-hmm.
He knows the second card. No one knows the third card. And now in this third pile, he finally gets to look at it. He gets to see that I've seen a Roast and a Whisper Blood Liturgist, and I've passed them both up. But there's also a third card that I don't know about. That again. Okay, so Philip's clearly planning to jund me out.
I'm gonna jund you out, Ada. Let's not
is
even
happening
toe.
now.
Let's not even toe around
All
it.
right, so I'm gonna look at this first pile.
We're gonna need chat participation.
I'm taking this pile, and we need chat participation because one of the cards in the pack is negate. And
You start
one
on
of
the
them-
right, correct?
The player to my right chooses a color. So I
Okay.
guess you're to my right and chat's to my left.
Yep.
So what color would you like to pick, Philip?
I'm gonna choose green.
Okay, I'm going to choose blue. And chat, if you could help us out, I've drafted Poliano the High City, which says reveal Poliano the High City as you draft it. The player to your right chooses a color, I choose a color, the player to my left chooses color. Chat's
Well,
Chat's-
we don't have a player to our left, but we
yeah,
sure
we don't
do
have a player to our
chat.
left, but we do have a chat. So Philip chose green, I chose blue.
We'll figure it out.
I
We'll
know-
remember. Chat always remembers.
Chat always remembers. But if you guys could let us know what color, I guess we'll take the first response.
We're gonna take the first color unless someone responds with bits.
There
Unless
we
someone raises the bid with bits.
Yeah, we'll take the first color.
And
that's-
we're only going to accept Wooburg colors. We're not
yeah, no
we're-
pink, no gold, no hazel. This is not an undraft.
We want actual legit colors.
But yeah, green and blue have been picked.
So yeah, we'll
And that's the interesting card that he mentioned earlier. He knows I
Yeah.
took a negate, and so that's
it's
obviously why I picked blue.
sorry, red was already chosen. I chose red.
No, you chose green.
I did choose green. Okay,
So-
you're right.
so
it's
this is Teamer.
It's a teamer land.
So this is a teamer land.
Thank you.
Thank you, SPQR.
Yep. Yep. Unless someone outbids your color choice.
Okay.
I'm so happy right now.
Philip took invisibility. I
Four
am
color
not-
good stuff.
I am not going to take this card.
Okay.
I'm going to look at this pile. I'm going to take this pile.
Okay. Oh, I like this card, but I cannot play it.
Thank you once again for SPQR.
Mhm.
Are we thinking on pile 2?
I'm thinking on pile 2. I'm taking pile 2.
Okay. So pile
yeah.
1.
Yeah, see, I think it's interesting. I usually don't actually have that high of a threshold to take a card. Most of the time. So, which is interesting, which I think, I think that sometimes has interesting implications for how a deck, or how it will end.
Oh, it's just Sean. Okay, cool. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
This seems real bad.
I really like that white card. That's one of my new favorite cards out of Battle Bond. Which we can go ahead.
Yeah,
maybe share.
so we know there's a Lava Step Raider. That was the card I denied.
Yeah, that's supposed to have a star on it. But
we both saw the Together Forever now and have decided against that. And there's a third mystery card that Philip doesn't know about.
I love Together Forever, though. Real quick, I just noticed that Lava Step Runner doesn't have a star on it, so if either of us see that or the Tormented Soul or one or two other cards, we'll end up burning them and adding a card from the
So I'm going to put this back and look at pile 2.
Did you put a card on here?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I'm taking pile 2.
Okay. So let's see what Ada saw that wasn't good enough. Interesting.
It's Torgar Famine Incarnate.
Oh,
You know you want that 8-drop for Aristocrats Tribal. Sacrifice any number of creatures, Philip.
No, but if I'm going to Jund you out, I need this pack.
Oh, okay.
I found Fixing.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to look at pile number 1. Well, if I'm in Teamer, I guess I take this. That seems good. Okay.
Was it the Teamer Triland?
No.
So
that was awfully aggressive. All right.
Chat, remember, Magic is a game of skill, no luck involved, may the best wizard win.
I don't think I take that to my detriment because I think Philip's going to snatch it right up.
I'm going to let you know I am greeting so hard.
You too, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put this back. I can't greed that hard.
I'm being pretty greedy right now, Ada. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I can greed this hard though.
Okay.
We're gonna take that.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, Ada. Yeah, you're right. This is a pretty spicy thing. But I don't think the card on top of it is good enough that makes you want this necessarily.
So you're betting that I'm not going to take this.
I think it's going to wheel unless the card I put on top of it is just good enough.
It's bonkers. Okay, so the card we both know from here, by the way, I'm just going to flip it up, is Ash Zealot, which is a 2/2 first strike haste for 2 that punishes people for casting spells out of graveyards.
Interesting.
And the card we both know out of there is...
Was it the land? Was it a land? Because
No.
I made it.
It was the Walker.
It was a Johnny.
It was a Johnny Steadfast.
Which she's pretty sure I'm not going to take.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the land on top...
There's spoilers. There's a land on top.
There's a land
it's
on top.
probably not Jund if he's not taking it. I took what was here and then apparently put something real good on top for Philip.
You know what? We're doing it.
Maximum greed?
You have no idea how hard I just greeted.
I'm going to take this pile. Pile 1 with the Ash Zealot.
Yeah. I red, green, I'm saying I'm Junding you out, but...
We're fighting over those colors.
We're fighting over red and green. Yeah, it's what it is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here.
I'm going to leave it.
Okay. And look at pile number 2.
I'm going to take it.
So that was the Ajani and the land. Or no?
Yeah, it was, because... Oh, no, it should have had one more card. Yeah. I didn't put a card on top of it. Because we don't know the order, technically all the cards are still random.
Yeah.
But did you look at it?
No,
did you
because I looked at pack 1.
Right, so it should have one more card. This does actually moderately change my pick, believe it or not.
Okay.
I think I leave it, actually.
Oh.
And we're going to...
Interesting.
Put another card on top. Heck yes.
And Windmill Slam pile 3. Yeah, no, I just take these 2 cards. They're both in my wheelhouse now.
I'm... Okay.
Did you box your draft set, Philip?
I may have boxed my draft set at Ada. Leave it.
Put a card on top.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, if the other... I find, actually, if the other person puts a card on top, it...
That's fair.
Gets better. Leave it.
Okay. Third pile's been friendly to you so far. But yeah, once we get to like here, did you put a card on this?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so like once we get to here where like a pile has like 5 or 6 cards in it, it's really interesting to see like what...
Baller. Box was good to me. I'm gonna move this a little bit so they can maybe see the box.
I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
It's interesting that pile 2's keeps going back and like getting big, and then piles 1 and 3 keep shrinking down. It's really interesting.
Leave it.
Okay. This is my land, by the way. It's Teamer. I don't know if they can see it on chat. On vid.
I'm now going to take it.
Okay. It has accrued sufficient value for you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want either of those cards. I'm going to look at pile 2. The brand new fresh pile 2. The brand new fresh pile 3. No. Mystery card. No.
What's in the box?
Nothing
Who
good.
gets the box?
Your turn. So I got a really good card that's not in my colors, and we're halfway done, and I'm just like...
Not taking door number 1.
Okay.
Or not taking door number 2.
Okay.
We're taking door number 3.
Okay. Interesting. You know what? I'll take door number 1.
Okay. Thinking about door number 1.
Sure.
Let's snap grab door number 1.
Sure.
I mean, obviously not a snap grab because I didn't actually literally snap.
I'm going to look at the new door number 1. That's a really good card, but it's not in my colors.
Okay.
Door number 2. Oh,
Let's
door
see.
number 2. Why?
Yep.
Why? We're taking door number 2. We're going to be super greedy. We're excited for this, chat. We're being super greedy. Like I said, it's a good card. It's Seal Away.
Putting it back.
Okay.
Taking it.
Ooh. Looking at door number 1. Seal Away. This thing. This thing. No thank you. Putting it back. Door number 2. This thing. Putting it back. Putting on top. Door number 3. Putting it back. Putting on top. Weird. This continues to get weirder and weirder.
Let's see.
Don't know what to do. How to feel about this.
Nope. Nope.
Chat, we have such a pile right now. I don't know what we're actually doing. Help. Please help. Send help now. So Philip is hurriedly covering the back, the backside of a flip card that he's double face card.
You didn't see
got.
shit. I'm gonna take it.
Okay. Let's look at this ever-growing stack 1.
Yeah, this just stack.
Is this fine?
This is
This is not fine. We're putting it back.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm 99% sure I'm greeting harder than you.
I somehow don't think that's possible. We'll keep this card. Go.
Nope. Nine. Wait, I did not put a... Wait, double check. Did I put a card on top of this? I did not. So, card on top of there.
Yep.
I'm not taking this. Card on top of there. Snap grab.
Sure. Look at stack number 1. Those sure are some cards. I think we take this at this point. Go. Philip, ambitiously already humming the victory tune from Final Fantasy.
Oh, is that what that is? I've never played a Final Fantasy, so to me that's just generic game noise.
Yeah, it's da 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 da.
I wouldn't have been surprised if it had been from Zelda, personally.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We take this.
Okay. Philip ambitiously using the third person.
The royal.
The royal. We do not take that. It's a good card. We look at this. I'm sorry, I don't even know what noise I made there.
Not taking that.
I don't even know what noise I made there. I
don't think we can let Ada have this. You don't get shit.
I don't get shit, apparently.
It's a good card. It's in your colors.
This is awful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, neither of us are too happy to see that right now.
That's awful. Well, it's not awful, but it's...
Look what I took from her chat.
No! Don't parade it in front of them.
I'm going to parade it in front of them.
Oh, look what I took from Philip.
Did you take from the box? Or
I took from the box.
Oh,
I
okay.
stole it from you. It can't be yours.
Oh, interesting.
She can't be yours, Philip.
You fucker. Leaving. Oh, wait. Forgot to put a card on top of there. Not taking this, putting a card on top of there.
Okay.
Box.
You got a bug by your ear.
Oh, wait, no. This doesn't go in the box. That goes in this behind the door, and now I take from the box. Bitchin'.
We got these 2 white cards. We got this.
And it works, in my opinion, it works the same way as...
No, it does.
It works the same way.
Yeah, no, but we're still not taking it.
Not yet. It's a card that cares about the number of cards you've drafted this round. In my head, I think we've decided each of these is a round. Yeah. So, in other words, it's the number of cards in the pile.
Yeah. I'm going to take this.
Okay. So how many things are here?
5. Is a 5? Yeah, 5 worth it.
There is no more box. So I'm revealing a Lava Step Raider. That was a card that I had mentioned.
So you're going to look at a random card from the box instead. From the cube box, not the box box. The box box is gone. If you pass it, you have to take what's in pile 3.
Let me look. I take this.
Okay. I take this. Lurking Automaton is a 6/6.
Neat. And so I get these.
Yep.
Awesome, actually. Oh, I know, it does so. So, Ada, I'm going to go ahead and show you something that proves I am greeting harder than you.
Okay.
World Knit.
God damn it. How do I always play against World Net players in this? Oh!
I picked it up like a third of the way through.
Why?
Because we're streaming and for the lulz. That's why I was almost always taking the smallest pile or the pile with the most lands to thin my deck. To thin my
you
deck.
monster. You monster.
Oh, I'll go ahead and show you what I'll show you. Show what I took from you if you show what you took from me. Arlencord.
Lovisa.
Oh, okay. I'm actually not super mad. I took Thrasios.
Oh, that would have been real good. You monster.
Well, okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, Philip's deck building is done, so I guess I'm gonna deck build now.
With 33 cards. With a 33 card deck. Oh no, I'm sorry, a 35 card deck. I still have to play with these two.
Jeez, you monster.
36 card deck with a decent curve.
You monster.
I couldn't not.
I mean, I believe you.
I think it would have been hysterical if someone had pulled it from the box.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been hysterical.
So basically, all I'm trying to do is trying to get my cards into order. And I'm not even sure if I play this 5 mana 6/6. I don't even know if that's good enough.
35. I'm just playing a 60 card deck. So are you in Teamer pretty hard, or did you move out? Wait, so you did not move out?
I moved out.
Oh, okay. You shifted?
I shifted. I started actually in Teamer, and then reverted, or I started back in blue. My first 2 picks were blue.
Sure.
And then I picked a black card, and
Okay.
then the land got chosen as Teamer, so I started taking red cards.
Mm-hmm.
And then I naturally just fell into this kind of
Okay. Well,
other thing.
Here are the basics. I'll let you pick your basics first.
Sure.
If you could leave chat up real quick.
yeah.
I'm gonna transition us. We'll take a break real quick while Ada finishes building her deck.
Sure.
And I'm gonna mess around a little bit with the camera if I can to see if I can make it any better.
Okay.
So we will be. I don't see a break screen. I'm just gonna go to starting soon. We will be right back, chat. We're back!
And we're back.
Okay. Ada has finished building her deck. I finished shuffling land into my deck. Finished shuffling. Shuffled some land into my deck.
Yeah.
Because I drafted World Knit.
You monster.
And for those of you who might not know, World Knit is a conspiracy. It says, as long as every card in your pool, every card in your card pool started the game in your library or in the command zone, which is where conspiracies live, lands you control have tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool.
So Philip drafted 45-ish cards.
35.
35?
I drafted 35 cards.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just had a really big pool then. Or
you
35 non-lands? Or
35 non... I drafted 35 non-land... no, I drafted 35 non-land cards and drafted 3 lands.
Okay.
That was something I learned from Nelson when they were doing Alex's Cube.
Yeah.
Because he took World Knit and then took Stormcrow like 2 packs later. But that's beside the point.
Yeah.
He said if there's nothing there that you absolutely want, take lands because it thins your deck.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll have some lands come into play tapped, but I think it'll be worth it to not have to play as many.
What the heck is
non-land.
Rito TV's very own? Stream or Rito? What is Rito?
I think he meant Rip.
But it doesn't say Rip, it says Rito. Like
I don't know.
Like Dorito? I don't understand.
Stream or I don't know. I don't know. This is beyond my this meme is beyond me.
Okay. We have not decided who's gone first or anything like that.
Nope.
We've just been shuffling for a little bit now.
Pull out the weeb sleeves.
Vampire lolly sleeves, because they make Philip cringe.
They make a lot of people cringe.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
Rock lobster.
God damn it. Okay.
All right, I will be on the play, and if you can't see from the side, our
Yeah. I'm literally playing a deck that is a third larger than yours. 33%.
I will take the play. Good luck.
Good luck.
Well, I don't think I can keep this.
I'm
not going to.
I'm gonna keep this.
Okay. Because your colors don't matter.
Lands and spells. That's all you need, baby. That's all I need.
I needed lands and the colors, lands of the colors to cast the spells I had, and I did not have that.
Nah.
Also, I only had 2 lands, and this deck feels like it wants to be way more greedy with its lands than that.
Yeah. Oh, I will go actually add deck name real quick.
Sure.
So, what color do you have a deck name, or do you want to reveal?
Sultai Skirmish.
Spicy. Sultai Skirmish. Okay, excuse me, Kappa. Normally I would have you do this, but we all know you're illiterate.
We've got Kappa and Wanda on the tech, currently being assisted by Philip, as you can see from his camera.
Oh, actually, yeah. Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
So when chat picked red for me for my Polyano pretty early, I was like, oh man, and I grabbed a Sarkhan the Dragon Speaker early on, and then I ended up not playing it. It was kind of sad. I can show you the World Knit. Cute.
There we go.
I'm gonna get crushed just like I did against Craig.
We don't need studio mode anymore. Okay, good job. You two keep it up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think as much because before we had the because not only did you play against the World Knit player, you played against the World Knit player who had got a lot of the silly 4-ofs and conspiracies, which were unbalanced.
I'll keep this in Scry 1.
So we'll see what happens.
I'll leave that on top. Ready?
Yep.
Island, go.
Draw. Savage Lands. Pass.
I'm gonna get Junded out.
Are you ready for some savage plays?
Swamp, go.
Interesting. Drowned Catacombs.
Does not enter tapped.
Oh, this is the one I thought it was. I have a different land I would like to play. Island.
There you go.
Tap the island for green and the savage lands for white.
Monster.
Merfolk Branch Walker.
You got it. Explore.
So reveal the top card.
It's a Doomblade. You can put it in your graveyard.
I can put it in my graveyard. Oh wait, no, it stays on top.
Judge, drawing extra cards?
There's no judges here.
No judges here, he said.
There's no impartial judges here. I forgot that it stayed on top.
Yes.
I don't know why I thought I got to draw it. I think I conflated it with the lands, because you get to put the land into your hand.
Are you done?
Yes.
Sandstep Citadel. Go. It taps for 2 of my 3 colors.
Now we played the Drowned Catacombs.
Sure.
For whatever reason, I thought this was the one that I think it taps for blue unless you played a land, and then it taps for
river
black
tiers?
or something.
That's weird.
Yeah, I think it's because like this one kind of has a little like a riverish thing in it, and I've been playing Daniel's Grixis deck, and he runs that, so it just kind of conflated in my head.
It's a weird choice of land, but whatever.
Pilgrim's Eye.
Go get a land.
For a basic.
You said you took enters your hand.
Yep.
You said you
I'm
drafted.
sorry, I was just showing it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. You said you drafted like 3 non-basics, and you've got 2 in your, in your starting hand.
Yep.
Am I getting attacked for 3?
Yeah, I'm gonna declare.
I'm gonna go to 17.
Pass.
Draw. Oh baby. Island.
Mm-hmm.
Vindictive Lich.
Love you. Don't change a thing.
Go.
Okay.
Vindictive Lich is this fun little 4/1 for 4
Love it.
zombie wizard, as most liches are, that says when it dies, choose 1 or more. Each mode must choose a different player, so in other words, choose 1 in this 1v1 game. Target opponent sacrifices a creature, or target opponent discards 2 cards, or target opponent loses 5 life.
Beep beep.
Block.
Yeah. Get in for 1.
Take 1.
These trade.
Discard 2 cards, please.
Okay. We're gonna get rid of a land. And I'm gonna go ahead and guess this Doomblade's not gonna do too much against the Sultai deck.
Not right now.
It only hits 1/3 of your deck.
Yeah.
Land for turn. One of these is tapping for a red.
Sure. Mondronin Shaman. Oh no.
This was the flip card.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So yeah, it's an old school werewolf. So at the beginning of each upkeep, if no spells were cast last turn, transform it. It's a 3/2. It flips into a 5/5.
And on its flip side,
It's the Tavalar's Mage Hunter, and it says whenever an opponent casts a spell, this creature deals 2 damage to that player.
I'm going to play a 4/4.
Oh, okay.
Morbid. No creatures died
Yep.
this turn, so nothing happens.
No value.
No value.
Attack you for 1.
No blocks.
Okay.
Go to 15.
Pass the turn.
Untap.
Upkeep trigger.
Trigger on the stack.
Okay.
Mystic Confluence.
Bounce.
Bounce. Draw.
Oh. That's definitely a thing.
I'll play Polyano the High City. It taps for Teamer.
Yup.
Kraken for 4.
I get forward and go to 16.
You do. Go ahead. You get to go get another land.
Do. I think we play this to go get a land into my hand. I'm gonna go find a basic.
Yep.
And we're gonna roast.
Seems good. Seems like the correct choice.
Go get a mountain.
Yep. The correct type of land to cast Roast.
Nah, this
somehow.
tap for black, though. I don't tap for red.
Oh, okay. It's important to note.
Yes, it is. Yep. And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Cool. It's a nice flyer you have there.
It is.
It'd be a shame if anything happened to it.
It would.
6/6 Shroud Flying Trample.
Well, I mean, sure, I guess.
This card's fair, right? Go.
Oh. Nope. Okay, let's see here.
It's 15 to 16, and I have a much bigger flyer than Philip does.
You do, but tap this for black.
Curfew?
No, to play Tormented Soul.
Okay.
Then I'm going to tap this for 4.
Yep.
5, 6, 7, 8. Torgar Famine Incarnate.
You got it. Target.
Up to 1 target player's life total becomes half of their starting life total.
I'm at 10.
Dome you for 10. Or 6. You were at 16. No, I'm at 16. You were at 15.
Yeah.
She's at 10. Pass.
Philip?
Let's race.
Okay. You have no creature. Exile. A creature you control.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with this race.
I go to 10.
Go. I'm gonna basic land cycle Ash Barrens.
Okay.
I'm gonna get a forest. Just thin my deck. Yeah, unfortunately, Philip's plan of sacrifice his board for a 7/6 was not very good against the Edict.
No, it wasn't.
I play Doomfall on Standard.
1 for the Lava Step Runner.
2 for the show.
3 for
To get
Yeheni.
ready. Yep.
Undying Partisan.
Yep.
Actually, not Yeheni Undying Partisan. There's a better play. 2 for... Actually, is that just the better play? I think it is. Yeah. 4 for Mundrone and Shaman.
Sure.
And end my turn.
Untap.
Okay.
Combat.
Yep. I go to
6.
4.
Go.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think this is the better play. So yeah, now we're gonna play Yeheni. Double white for Together Forever. When it enters the battlefield, I would get to support 2.
Am I dead?
I can put,
5,
and this has haste. So
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm exactly dead.
yeah,
Very close game.
yes.
I drew this. It does nothing.
Ah,
Disdainful Stroke. It does nothing. Maybe shuffling my deck was incorrect. I don't know.
did you do any scrying or putting
No.
stuff on the bottom?
No.
Then I don't see how it could have.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Oh, that was close.
That was a real close game.
Yep.
Exactly
Simic
10.
Sky Swallower.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. When I saw that, and I'm like, oh, I'm in Teamer, eh? And I took it. And then later on, I pivoted into my colors, and I was like, oh, I'm in Sultai, eh?
Okay.
Turns out this is still fine. Found my top end. We're all good here.
Yep. Oh, man. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, this is a junk deck. Because I still just grabbed cards that I thought would synergize well with the cards I had.
Yeah.
When I could. Or just grab things that are just generically good that any deck would want.
Yeah, me not having a spell to keep Mondrone Shaman from flipping killed me. Which I don't think there's anything I could have done about.
Yeah, we're not keeping a 6-land hand and a 1-drop.
I'm gonna be bold and keep this hand.
Ooh.
It's probably a bad idea. But you know what? I almost got there with a 6-land hand last time, too.
Oh my god! I mean...
Or 5-land hand, 1 spell. 6 cards.
What was the 1 spell?
Morkrat Banshee. And I scried Vindictive Lich to the top. This is actually strictly better than that hand, but...
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. We'll worry about it later. Okay.
I'm getting tired.
Yeah, this will probably be the last game of the night.
Yeah.
Go 6.
Yep. I'll be on the play.
Sure. Leave it on top.
Go. In your draw step, I'll cycle Ash Bears. No, go ahead.
Yeah. Islands, and I'll pass.
I don't know why I did. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Okay.
Draw. Island. Treasure map. Go.
Okay. Swamp. Merfolk Branchwalker.
Rude.
I'm gonna leave that on top.
Okay.
Pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Scribe on my upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom that. Draw for turn. Forest. Go.
Mm-hmm. Land. Yahini Undying Partisan.
You got it.
Someone writes down negates.
What? No, I was getting ready to pitch cards to Blightning.
Oh, I thought you were getting ready to counter it.
No.
Swing for 5.
Take 5. Go to 15.
Pass.
Untap. Upkeep. Scry.
Yeah, it may have just been better to do the Lightning right then and there, but
Bottom that. Draw for turn.
I think your top, honestly, I think your 5-drops and higher are what I'm a bit more afraid of. So if I can be more likely to get rid of those.
Arachnus Web.
Got it. So yeah, Arachnus Web. Enchanted creature can't attack, block, or activate its abilities. At the beginning of the end step, if the enchanted creature has power 4 or greater, destroy Arachnus Web.
Yep. Go ahead. Lightning. Go to 12.
Dome you for 3, and I'm going to ask you to discard 2 cards.
Swamp and
Because
Forest.
this card's stupid. Attack for 3.
Go to 9.
Okay. Yeah, I played a land. Yeah, and I'm done.
Upkeep. Scry.
Lightning is so dumb.
Transform this.
God, I remember when that card was in standard.
I have 3 treasures.
Yeah.
I have Japanese treasure token.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm a weeb. Draw for turn. Deck, please.
Deck please. There might be a third game, chat.
Forest.
3,
No. Go.
Oh, okay. Swing for 3.
Go to 6.
Cast Champion of Landhold.
Yep.
Cast Firebrand Archer.
Yep.
An ETB trigger.
Yep.
Champion of Landhold gets a +1/+1 counter.
Yep.
Pass.
Arrow.
Okay.
I've seen so many lands in this game. I scried 2 lands to the bottom with Treasure Cove. Or with Treasure Map.
You.
Yeah. It was 6 lands Treasure Map, and then I was like, hit me with the Blight. I don't care. I'm ditching 2 lands. Like, this is...
Yeah.
Like, that's why I had 5 lands in Ash Barrens, and I was like, cycle the Ash Barrens, get a land out of my hand, scry a land to the bottom, draw a land. Like, what is this? Untap with a whole bunch of lands, draw. Sacrifice the treasures, draw. Go.
Okay. Untap.
Yep.
Draw. 2 to cast Thrasios. Trigger. Enter combat.
Yep.
Declare 8.
Before blocks. Stun double.
Ooh.
Copy
Okay.
Merfolk Branchwalker.
Okay.
Counter.
Okay, so it does get the block. Yep, that'll trade, and I'll get in for 5.
I'll go to 1.
Pass.
At the end of your turn,
Okay.
sacrifice a treasure. Fact or fiction.
Ooh. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I knew what they were. I'm just trying to...
Cards in hand. Take these.
Okay.
Untap. Draw. Mesmeric Fiend.
Okay.
Target you.
Vanishing Light.
I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
Ugh. Shouldn't have drawn a card. That's unfortunate. Malthus Revolutionary.
Okay.
You get an initiative counter
Woo!
of each kind. Go. And then you attack me, that guy.
Yeah.
Probably.
I think that's how that works. Because I'm... draw a card. I'm pretty sure I scry 1, bottom,
Reveal.
not a land,
Sure.
draw,
Attack me.
land for turn, yeah, attack.
Yep. Block. Block. Take 1.
Yeah.
Die to Thrasios combat damage.
Die to Thrasios combat damage. They said it couldn't be done.
Oh.
Oh.
Are we gonna have a game 3, or are we just gonna?
We can do. What time is it?
I don't know.
It
You got your
says
phone.
there. Yeah, I have my phone. Let's
Oh.
do that instead. It's 10:06, so yeah,
10:06.
let's end stream on time.
Okay.
So yeah, that was just a whole bunch of magic.
Yep. Magic.
Magic. But yeah, let's see. Was there anything particularly spicy? Let's pull out what was Jund before I went world knit. Let's see what the world looked like before world knit. That and the archer is what I windmill slammed.
Gotcha.
I grabbed that early because I knew I was going to need the fixing.
Yeah, I did not. I had a lot of removal. I did not have a lot of.
I don't remember if I got the roast.
which
I know
was
I got
unfortunate for my deck. It may have been like I had a bunch of counter spells. It was probably correct to cut some counter spells for not counter spells for creatures, even if it made my mana base a little rough.
Lightning. Oh,
Like I probably should have splashed for this guy. I probably should have splashed for this guy, or for her.
I think I had Yahenni.
I probably should have splashed for this.
Yeah, this
I
is.
should have. Why was I not playing this? I should have been playing this and this. I don't. Anyway,
It's late.
It's late. We're tired. We've been playing Magic a lot.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Sean, thank you for sticking in until the end, and everyone else who was.
Anyone else who's here? Yeah. Thank you for everything, guys. It was a great night.
Yeah.
And have a happy rest of your week.
Yeah. Have a safe holiday.
Yeah.
And we'll.
If
see
you're
you
in
next
America.
time.
If you're not, whatever. You do you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks, and let's see if I can navigate our way out of here. Wanda, Kappa. You're supposed to play us off. Useless.